Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is. Pardon me, where you are. I'm fine. I'm just morning. How is everybody? Howdy, duty. Let's see. Also, where's my game? Where's my game gone? And I'm sitting over here. That's a little better. There we go. There we go. I was just picking up my mail in this character because it looked like I had some and I didn't want it to go back to where it came from. Actually, let's just... Can I just return it? Is there a return to sender? I meant to keep these things. It's just like extra tokens. I meant to keep them on my bank alt, so I guess I mailed them over there. And I suppose I didn't pick them up. and then another 15 days went by and now we're here. Come on, kitty cat. I know you've been annoyed waiting for me to start. You were following me all around the house being like, well, lady, would you just sit down and stream? Hi. You wanna go out? I know. You're a little off center though. I got you. There's the kitty cat. We are indeed here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Oh, it is Sunday, isn't it? I'm not doing chat list, but if I picked it up, it wouldn't be a... Well, do I have one on me already? No, I don't think so. What if we just looked and saw what was on it, That's not doing a chat list. It's just looking at a chat list. And then it's like, oh, well, if there's something really easy on it, then okay, well, all right. A tiny bun. I had the pigtails, but then I thought, how many days in a row am I going to pigtail it up? And pardon me. Oh, my goodness. Hi. Happy Sunday. Today on the agenda... I want, well, if I'm being honest with myself, I want to do one chat list, get from 53 to 54. It looks like there's rares up, so that part should be easy. I want to do snakes on a plane. No, snakes on an alien planet. Snakes on a planet. That's the one. We're going to bring snakes to the planet. We're going to I want to do some delves. I want to keep working on getting delves up to 11 to see if it feels like a good use of my time or not. And this week's a good week to do it because we're going to get extra. Are you leaving already? Is it because I picked you up and you didn't jump up and you wanted to be your idea? Because I understand. I'm like that too. A to-do list card? Yep, Piney. Thank you very much for the... Oh my gosh, 6 months in advance. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Hi, Meow Meow. How you doing? Nice kitty. There's a rare right here. I think there's still cosmetics I might need from the rares, but we're not too worried about that. Oh, Tracy, thank you very much for the 31-month resub. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Admire your motivation to delve. I figure it's just, it's just a couple of them. It's just a little bit of delving. I don't think I'm going to get any loot that I need specifically, but it's like the first time that I'm pushing to 11 delves on my main. I'm sure she has the gear to do it, but I don't know. It'll be just kind of fun to see it. Plus, my brand needs all the help that he can get, and I would like to do like the Delver's Journey and get brand leveled this patch. And it's extra undercoins, and I want those for collecting and stuff, so I think there's good reasons to get in there. I need to do one more rare for that one, and then 2 races for that one, and then I think a side gig, one side gig would really polish this off. Let's do this race right here, huh? Can't wait to see your joyful self. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, I logged onto the Druid just to pick up some mail because I saw on my login screen that I had mail, and I thought I haven't looked at that in weeks, and it may be in danger of expiring. So it was tier tokens from Collector's Bounty. You see this kitty cat? How cute can you get? Hi, baby girl. And then I figured I was on here. I was standing right and under mine. Maybe we should just have a look at a list. And it's a pretty easy one, so that's what I'm doing just real quick. If you can knock off one out of 100, you may as well do it. How do I see mounts and all the things? As far as I know, all the things divides its collectibles by source instead of by type. So there's not one like mount list. For that, I look at things like Data for Azeroth or Simple Armory on the internet. But what it'll do is it'll break things out by source, so you can see everything you're missing from a specific zone or a specific dungeon or a specific profession, for example, and the mounts are going to be mixed in there. If there is a dynamic list, that sounds like a great feature. There must be. It's not something I'm used to, so I'm not going to be any help. You should talk to Sanctuary. I think they might know. I wanted to do another race, or you know what? I might be able to do this race twice. Although if I do this one, we'll get like 100 gold or something. Okay. If you click for dynamic category, then there's a mount list. Oh, is this going to give me gold? No, just Valor. Maybe I'm about to learn something today. Oh, hi, sweetie. If you click dynamic category. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Why would they put together paladin mounts with a guild vendor mount? I guess it makes sense. Look at all these mounts from dungeons and raids I don't have. I guess a lot of them are new. Oh gosh. Oh, we gotta get out of here. We gotta stop looking at that. That's not going anywhere good. Are you okay? As okay as we ever are. Oh no, that's right. Do a little sky race. How many mounts you got? Like 1,043. Not enough, apparently. Not a feature you use often, but they're grouped that way. People want all mounts, all pets, regardless of their source. Gotcha. I've never poked around in the dynamic categories. I'm a little scared to. Thank you for that tip, though. We got another mount or two yesterday because we finished Seasbarg. So that's a new one on the list. And I got my Ruby Void Creeper from Koresh Reps, and that was something, too. The Karok from Ecological Stability, I'm not going to get it today, but I'm going to get closer if we do... one of the things on my list is to do campaign out there. I thought maybe I should mix it up, because if I want to do a few delves, and I want to do some eco succession, whatever, maybe I should like mix those up so I don't burn out too much in delves. Like do a delve and then do the snake thing, and then do a delve and then do like some daily quest or something, just so that I'm not, you know, overdoing it on one or the other. You know, we spread them out a little bit. Is there any gold? Oh, 800 gold? No, I don't. Well, who doesn't need 800 gold? I always need 800 gold. I need one more rare and one side gig quest, and there's a rare right underneath me here, actually. Eco campaign is so cute. I love it. Wish the pet mount raid after the first eco succession actually seemed to give one. I've been getting pets out of my eco succession caches. I did get a dupe pet, but I managed to sell it, so that was exciting. So, so you could do a bunch of alts rather than one a week. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. What did I get? Spark reactor. Okay. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Yeah, we're going to go do one side gig. Curious what your dynamic pet category looks like. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing some stuff because I've gotten a little bit behind. Let's see. All the things. Mounts. Pet battles? Or battle pets? Pet battles. It says I have... No, that can't be quite right. That's not all pets. Oh, there's battle pets. I have 99.86% of things from pet battles because I haven't done Family Battler of Khazalgar, which is one of the things I want to do. Oh, kitty. She's trying to lay down and put her chin on my wrist, but I need that one for my mouse hand, baby girl. My goodness. Battle pets. 98.19%. Really? Really? Added an 1102. I'm an alchemist. You know what? I never transmute anything. I still, to this day, do not have a philosopher's stone. So I never transmute anything, even though my main is an alchemist. There you go. Got a new one. Wow. Hey Hazel, how's it going? Hi Angela. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Going good. Going good. We're up. We're at it. Which is I'm just gonna pick them all up, and then we'll just do whatever one seems to come to us first. I think it's gonna be the crab meat or the eggs. PvP pet battle achievements. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances. I was kind of sort of working on it for a while, like 10 years ago, and then I decided I don't wanna, and I've lived happily ever after. Never really did much of it since Classic, even then too much trouble with the multi-crafting it came with. Yeah. So I think pterodax eggs is going to come together easiest here. The powdery meat is fine, except that sometimes the crabs just don't want to spawn very much. This way at least we get these are nice and present. Even if I'm being horribly lazy with my WoW Weekly stuff this week, I can teach an ATT thing. Been an alchemist main forever, and I've also done like no war within transmutes. What I should do, since I have like extra old sparks and I have tons of artisan's acuity, is I should literally craft myself a war within alchemy transmute stone. Because there's literally no reason why not. It wouldn't take much from me. I don't even think the mats are going to be super expensive, and I can make it myself. I used to not know because I was like, oh, my sparks, but like, I could use an old spark. I have sparks from previous seasons. I don't even know why I've kept them. I suppose for an occasion just like this. I need the egg. Excuse me. Even a basic or within one. Yeah, I'm sure there is. The advice at the top of the expansion was to go and make yourself a mop one, or maybe a wad one. And that upset me because I was like, well, that's old stuff. It's stinky. I don't want to do that. And then I've never transmuted this entire expansion. So maybe it's time for me to finally make a current one if the idea of the old one is so repellent. For no good reason other than the fact that I don't want to. That sounds like you. Yeah, I feel like we've had this conversation like 5+ times too. You do old stuff all the time. I do, but in this case, I don't want to have to do old stuff in order to make new stuff. That's the thing. Oh, thank you very much. Love you. I got a tea delivery. Yeah, I kind of want to mess with that though. Although I did just buy my writhing transmutagen, so that's one less thing I need to transmute for. I'm gonna get another one, and I'm gonna just like delete the poor thing. All right, let's go turn this in, and that's one chat list for me. I didn't even have that on my plan for today. It just happened. It just accidentally to a chat list. Yesterday we did some moving furniture and rugs around, trying to get closer to the layout for the living room. It's improved, but it needs more furniture, but I'm not buying furniture just yet. Duckies. Is Legendary Pet Brawler the worst achievement in the game? Some people think so. Jeff, what do you think is the worst achievement in the game? I'm genuinely curious. You must have an opinion. What was the pattern of the fabric thing? It's the duckies. This is my tea cozy. It keeps my teapot nice and warm. It's green gingham on the middle, and then it's got splashy duckies. It's cute. 5k PvP pet wins. I think that one's it. Worst? No, is it really high up there? Yeah, there's probably some pretty gnarly achievements. Okay, let's go turn in chat list number 54. And then I might go collect some defunct boom balls just because it's like 100 gold each, and it's hard to argue with. That'll reimburse me for the gold I spent on the Writhing Transmutation. Going upstairs. That's so cute, the Ducky Tea Cozy. I got that one at Murchie's in Victoria. I have a completed checklist to turn in. Nice. Okay. And then I want to get 800 gold because it's right over there. I'm terribly inconsistent because it's not like I'm doing a route to do like all of the gold world quests on an altar or anything like that. But you know, if I see one and I'm already in the zone, you may as well just, you know, it's convenient. Or it would be convenient if I was any good at navigating there. Probably some days I'd say it's worse, but I'd probably put some stupid PvP one as harder than the pet PvP one. The pet PvP one is mainly frustrating just because it would take so long to get a queue. You're not guaranteed to win, so you're not guaranteed to get any progress for the time that you spend getting a queue and then doing the battle. And then a lot of times, not all the time, but some meta pet battle PvP teams are attrition teams where they'll go like 100 rounds in the fight, and that'll take like 20 plus minutes. If somebody's insisting, I mean, maybe they nerfed it. It's been years since I've tried, but if somebody's insisting on doing some sunlight build garbage, my vitriol is completely hypocritical because I've done this. Queues though, yeah. And the queue is hours. It used to be shorter during Pet Battle bonus week, but it still sucks. Just too many rounds. Yeah, mine is at, let me see. What is it called again? No. Deadly Pet Brawler, 308 of 1,000. So I am sub 1/3. I am under 1/3 of the way there. It's not wildly close. No, I mean it's something, but it's not getting done is what it's not getting. This is a world I'm unfamiliar with and am glad about it. Yeah, this is the right take. That's the right opinion for Pet Battle PvP. Okay. I was abandoning these because we're gonna clean that up. We don't need those anymore. We did our chat list. We did basically everything we wanted to do here. So we can just. I'm just going to go leave her in the hotel so I can basically do this exact same thing again next week whenever I log into her randomly. Is there a 5K one after that? Oh, maybe. I don't know how high that achievement goes. Oh, if I could do that, though. I must have done enough world quests to unlock it. There's like 1,000 gold in the chest for this. That's like 250 gold per special assignment security detail. Can I kill these on my own? Oh, there's somebody else here anyway. 5K is the worst. Well, I'm glad I didn't stress myself out going for 1K then, because I would have been utterly demoralized discovering 5K after that. That would have been kind of an omega bummer. Rated PvP you can get better at. PvP pet battles is RNG. Yeah, to some extent. Especially because the kind of people that are willing to sit in like a hour-long queue to get a PvP pet battle pop are probably the kind of people that have researched the current pet battle PvP meta and accounted for that with their team. They're not like your average person just clicking into it is and sitting through the queue and not giving up is probably not going to be some rando who's like, I like this pet because they're cute. They're going to have some meta team or another that's, if you don't also have not just a meta team, but the countering meta team, you're just going to be toast. Okay, one at least I see I could grind here. That's okay. I've made my peace with never getting everything in this game, so anything like that doesn't sound like fun, I just, no worries, you just decide not to do it. Hello, Hazel. How goes the grind? Hello! Going good. Getting a little away from myself here. I'm doing a world quest just because I want the 1,000 gold that it's going to give me in the box.
Yeah, play the most annoying, healing, life drawn out team, and you play for the forfeits. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people get stubborn, though. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. That's the stuff. I did that because I wanted 1k gold from that. Plus, I'm sure we can vendor a few of these things. Although, actually, some of them I might need. I got 626s on here. Those are from last season. Sure, I'll wear an adventure trinket. I'm going back to the hotel. We're getting off this character. This is not what I'm doing. This isn't even a current alt. I'm known as the 99 guy on ATT for always having some small part of a thing left. I used to think about setting a goal for myself to get to like 85% completion on any zone, because you could get so much stuff in the game overall if you got to 85 and then you just stopped for any given thing. It's the last little bits that take most of the time. Okay. Let's do the delve. Let's go in for a delve. We'll find a bountiful delve. We'll do it on, I think it's going to be a 10. And see how it goes. You know, no rush. Playing Dead by Daylight. Oh, fun! I am here. Hi, Scarlet. Glad to have you here. What do you think of the fashion today? I broke out the lipstick. I watched enough Friends to get nostalgic for like the mid 90s era lipsticks, and I was like, you know what? I have one somewhere. Love a lippy. I didn't have any lip liner, but I guess I don't really need it. I'm not going out for lunch. Very much given Friends. Oh, I sold some stuff. Did I sell everything I posted? Yeah, pretty much actually. That's not bad. I'm at 67k. I've been actually crafting a teeny tiny little bit just with my concentration. Oh, and I finally, there we go. I bought that with Undercoins, and it didn't want to learn from me the other day. Yeah, I sold everything. Nice. Okay. My gold's growing back. Wow. All right, I'm doing a delve first. I think that word on the street is that they fixed the portals. Right? They fixed the... Oh, hang on. I had an idea. I had a thought. Oh, no, I had another thought. Hang on. Hold on. Too many thoughts competing for space in my brain. Wouldn't lip liner rub off easily with eating? I've always found it gives your lipstick a little bit more stability. I don't do the whole lip in it. I just literally line it. But then I feel like it's just kind of like a little barrier to prevent like a lipstick from sliding off of your lips and migrating. I used to do the whole lip with it, but I found it dried my lips out so much that beauty wasn't worth it. Also, I haven't tried it since I was like 22. And that was a couple of minutes ago. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my sparks. I want to grab an old spark. Spark of... Yeah, sure. Give me one of these. Spark of Omens. Why not? Doesn't have to be very good. And then, an Elgari Alchemist Stone. So I just need one inverted prism and then one harmonious horticulture. And they don't even have to be very good. Look at that sea spike, right? Isn't it fancy? The cheapest ones. Yeah. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a short thing. It's you! For the past, like, 3 weeks, once in a blue moon, something just starts beeping. And it was happening from, like, inside my boxes. And it wasn't a beep I was familiar with. And it's this little timer. I have a little start-stop timer. I've got lots of cute little gadgets that I use for, like, Pomodoro timing and stuff. I guess it's been getting pressed inside the drawer or something like that. That's funny. Because the first time it happened, I thought it was something with the house, and I'm looking around being like, is it an alarm? Is everything okay? my god, not that I don't know. Oh, I didn't buy my Harmonious Horticulture. Hang on. I need this one. One of those. Yes, yes, the house is about to explode alarm, exactly. I am going to do Legion Remix. I think it's going to be lots of fun. Revlon Livies dry down pretty well. I think that's exactly what this is. It's either Revlon or Rimmel. But yeah, when I put on makeup, I put it on and then I stream for 3 hours, which is just sitting indoors in front of a desk. And then I take it off immediately. I'm not wearing it out or anything like that, so I don't need a whole lot of staying power for my makeup. I stopped buying waterproof anything because it was just harder to take off, and it, like, I can get away with some pretty cheap stuff because it does not need to live through regular life. It just needs to live through this. I was delighted when I found out I could use e.l.f. liquid eyeliner that was like $3 a tube, and it does the job just fine. I'm making Spark of Almonds. Yeah. For me. I have an alchemist stone. You know what? It's not even a bad one. Can be used for transmutations. Do I need to equip it for transmutations or just have it in my bags probably? Snakes are an ecodome succession thing. Just have it. Alright. So what do I want to do over here? Mica blue? And it's going to cost me like 200 gold. Attempt to perform a miracle. I got some gleaming transmutagen. What do I need that for? Oh. Is this a profitable thing to do? Gleaming chaos, glory. Probably not. Volatile transmutagen, ominous, mercurial. I don't know. At this point, can't be. It is. I'm getting conflicting information. There's a loop that makes a good amount of gold. I just want to make this stuff just for fun. What happens when you do storm dust? This is going to be a waste of gold. I got ominous and some bismuth. I have a friend that wrote a guide on making gold with it. Oh, okay. I'm guessing they didn't do this, but that's okay. Well, yeah, I haven't messed with this at all. I just want to like do something. 30 or 40, 30 of 80. Holy moly. Yeah, I lost interest. Okay, never mind. Fully spec'd in. I must be pretty close to fully spec'd though. Because I am fully spec'd here, here, here. I do need to finish these ones, so maybe we'll worry about it later. Okay, that's not what we're doing. We're doing a delve. We're gonna go do some delving. Let's go to Koresh and take one of the portals, and it'll be good stuff. Can I stick this in there? What? I can't. Gosh. I have to carry it around with me. Later on, you get more transmute options. Makes a couple million a week and has like 60 tunes. So I could make like 1,000 gold a week with my one tune, huh? Because I'm not saying no. 1,000 gold's 1,000 gold. I have a pot of bolognese. Cooking away in the stove. Finally time to watch. Hibiscus? Raspberry, I think. Something pink. Something cheap and pink. Craft and talent tree still a permanent thing? I just wanted something hot to drink. Never know if it's profitable, but it's so fun to transmute. I used to do transmute cooldowns back when they were like simple. You know, you would just transmute one thing into like another thing, like Warlords of Draenor era, where you knew it was, I don't know. I used to, or even in I used to do it in Dragonflight too, but I just had my craft sim tell me what to do. We didn't have all these transmutagens. I think those maybe made it too smart for me. Primals were easy, yeah. Krieg Falls. Ooh, anytime there's a bountiful delve that is a Dornegal, Isle of Dorn delve, like, Krieg Falls and Fungal Folly. Yeah, we want to do those because Crackling shards. I need to do anything that I can that might get me crackling shards. And some people do really like delves for those. So it's not going to be an efficient crackling shard grind, but it will have the potential to give me some crackling shards. Nice. Okay. So we're doing this on a 10. I can see that I still have my Delver's Bounty a chance to receive. I'm also going to look for the Flicker Gate. It says it may manifest. Finding it will provide additional rewards. Bountiful Delves always contain a Flicker Gate. Oh, okay. Okay, so there will be a Flicker Gate. I know what they look like now. And we're not going to be going very fast because this is a 10. So I'm going to be kind of waddling my way through here anyway. Out of curiosity. Not that I'm in a hurry, but I'm going to set a timer just so I can see how long this takes. I have my Brand Heal because that's comfy and happy for me. And then I'm using my... Yeah, that seems fine. I'm still getting my curios leveled up here. Alright, candles. Just started Cinder Pollen and Shard Farming too. Nice. Cinder Pollen went super fast. We were able to do all of that on basically one stream. Shards are scary. Shards are gonna take a little longer. Stolen keepsakes, huh? Okay. Alright. This stealth. I have to expect this stuff to kind of hurt. So glad the underwater delves have no water scenarios. Oh, really? That's a great change. I know that they didn't make any underwater delves into overcharged delves, and I was pretty pleased about that. I didn't know that they took the water scenarios out. Sort of new. What do you do with the shards? The crackling shards are for a mount called Alunira. You need 10 of them. And I don't know if it's a quest line or if you just combine them or what, but you get 10 shards towards this mount here. It lets you pull Alunira, I guess. Maybe it's a rare that you have to get 10 shards to engage kind of thing. Sort of similar to Red Cloud Serpent, rather, in, whatchamacallit, Veil of Eternal Blossoms, if you remember that. Okay, 23 more miscellaneous Mechanica, and then 58 more Chetless, and I'm free of Undermine. You go. Look at you go. Done over 100 delves, was this many days old when I learned it shows you when the bounty map was available in the zone in dialogue. I always skipped past the zone in dialogue so fast that it took me ages to find out that any useful information was there, and I still forget to check. Back when I was working on doing each of the delve stories for the meta achievement, the story of the delve has always been listed on that zone in screen, and I did not understand that. I would do the whole delve and being like, maybe this is the right story. I didn't know that it had the name of it when you zone in because I would just click past that screen so fast. I'm just too, my APM's too high. That's the problem. Known who you are for a while. I started viewing your stream, enjoying my stay here. You're fun. Thank you, Hex of the Woods. That's sweet. I'm glad to have you here. Really not obvious. Never paid attention. Okay, just 2 months at a time. Man, this 10 really hurts. Oh, there's a pack sword. That's not what I meant to pull. Pack sword back over there. All right, Bran, you're getting PI. I have 4 shards from drops from the Bees and Wolves over by the Meadery Dungeon. Nice. Yeah, I've heard people like farming there, especially if they have skinning. I did some of the farming over there for my pollen, and I got 1 crackling shard from that, and I don't know if I have the stamina to do another 8 that way. I'm hoping that I get more lucky from delves, because I think that's where I got my other shard. I have 2, and I'm pretty sure 1 just came from doing a delve. Trying 11, 10 item levels under, real fun. I used to do 8s, like, way under item level on my alts. I would try to struggle for an 8 pretty much instantly in last patch without gearing up the alt at all, because it was such good gear for them. And I was like, it's a delve! You have Bran with you! How hard can it be? And the answer is very. But at that point, it becomes kind of a fun challenge, you know? I feel like delves are fun when they're basically just like a Diablo-style, like, enemy crush, or when they're like, I don't know, like an endgame Torghast style, be very tactical and careful because you may or may not succeed here. It's, how's that over here? It's when they're in the middle where you're going fast enough that, like, you know you're gonna make it, but you're not going fast enough to feel like you're making good time. That's when I get really bored of them. 3 to drop and 400 pollen. Yeah. We're probably gonna wear off the lipstick on the teacup, but that's okay. We're home. We can do touch up too. I know they give you lots of candles, so you can definitely leave some candles behind, but I don't have it in me to leave the candles behind. Not if we're taking our sweet time in here.
Frontal.
The nice thing about doing them when they're more challenging is it gives me a good excuse to do my favorite thing, which is tiny pulls. I like doing little baby pulls, just like one at a time. Let's see, so this one, and then this one, and then that one. You gotta be very careful. What? What? Whew, okay. We did it. I found an ethereal portal, guys! Look! I noticed it! Wow, look at that! It doesn't look anything like the flicker gate that was in my last elf, but whatever. I guess they look different depending on what they do. Worked on my last miscellaneous Mechanica mount. I missed the rep bug. Oh, you're on your last one though. You've done so much. You've made so much progress. This is a good one to get that portal in. Doesn't this mean though that I'm not going to have as many chances to get a drop of the shards because I was getting those off of the trash mobs in here? What's in here? Hello? You can come back to it. Well, I think I'm just gonna... Oh. There's a lot of stuff in here. Had one of those ports send me to a room with the princess, Zevix, and one other mega boss. This is the first room I've ever gone into, so I'm doing it for sure. If for no other reason than to just check it out. It was really okay that you did extra delves for stories, just progress in the 1K delve achievement. Yeah, and I'm not even that progressed on it, really. But, you know, we're not progressed. It's okay. It's coming along. Don't behold. I don't know what happens when it finishes beholding me, but it's such a long cast time that it's kind of concerning. Okay. I'm not going to get all the Nemesis packs either, but I guess that's okay too. Delves drop shards. The Isle of Dorn ones do. Kriegval's Rest, Fungal Folly, and the other one that's up here. There's 3 of them. We might do a saga. I've only seen one, like, tombstone in a delve yet that shows you where someone died, and it was somebody that wiped to like a Kaiveza spawn in an 11. Yeah, big fan of Healing Brand because those potions do big work. That looks dangerous. Okay.
Frontal.
I was gonna say, don't stand there! As far as I can say, they do nothing except proc a treasure box in the room, create a portal, or produce Kaiveza. Portals can also show up independently of the flicker gates. Oh, so was the portal that I found not anything to do with the flicker gate? There's so much to learn over here. Okay. I've never seen this room. I want some, but not all of this trash. I want whoever's gonna come with this guy. Just these guys.
Watch your step.
And I should probably do something to that observer so it stops trying to behold me. An extra chest, the ethereal gate's an alternate shortcut to end it. So sometimes it gives you an extra chest and a shortcut, and sometimes it just gives you the chest. They always, yeah, always spawn 90 Manifold Delve, yeah. Although sometimes they're mean and they spawn in the last boss room where you can't get to it without pulling the last boss. That happened to us yesterday. The gate's random. Is the gate never attached to the flicker gate? I don't know why this is so hard for me to understand. I guess I just thought it was going to make more sense. The thing about this room is sometimes you can kill everything to complete the delve and there's still mobs in the way. Two unrelated things. But if the gate has a chance to spawn the portal, then they can't be completely unrelated. Tiffany Wool, thank you very much for the 16-month resub. Appreciate it. This hurts. Oh, hey, we did it. So that counts as completing a delve. Probably saves us some time. We wouldn't have gotten all of the Nemesis packs, but it's probably worth it for just getting through the darn thing faster. Because I've only been in here for 10 minutes, and 10 I thought was going to take me like a long time. Also, I got my bounty. We'll use that for the 11. Some undercoins. And some relics. Those are good. We're going to need them. Not relics, curios. I don't need that guy. He's just selling me... he just sells trinkets, huh? Champion trinkets, is it? Early on, guess I got super lucky with the gates, and I thought, sweet, these appear every single time. Woohoo! It auto-fills in the Nemesis cache? Oh. Yeah, the tooltip, yeah, we established that they always spawn in a Bountiful Delve. We got there. Oh, the portal always gives max rewards. Oh, that's nice. It's funny that it didn't update on the tooltip over here. It just says 3 of 4 remaining, but it's at least we got all the stuff, I guess. Okay. Let's get out of here. That was faster than I thought, so I think I'm going to do another one. I want to do Fungal Folly. And you know what? I can probably just fly there because we're in Isle of Dorn. Okay. We're learning. Oh, epics. This is the only way that I was ever going to learn anything, was just noodling around in here. Gone through gates, not gotten full rewards. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. This one. Seems like the drop rate in Curio is higher in higher delves. Yeah, that does feel like the case. So this is going to be my first 11. Oh, my brain got so much experience from that. That was great. So let's use this. I suppose I'll top up with a real flask, and I'll eat a little bit of real food, and I'll probably buy myself a real mana oil, and then I'll try and use Brienne's food too, because it's an 11. So we should take it mildly seriously. There's my real food. I need real mana oil. I'll buy 5 this time. That's fine. I'm still carrying around a socket that I got from Vault a few weeks ago. Because I don't want to put it on a hero track item. I'd rather put it on a myth track item, but I gotta get lucky and get a myth track item in like the correct socket. Okay. Top that up for a while. Alrighty. Let's reset that. And we're doing an 11. It'll be our first 11. And I have... Hang on. I have my map. I have my Delver's Bounty map. So that's good. Fungal Folly, huh? I should check out Brand's stuff now that I've got more. I'm not going to manage into glasses him. I'll stick with the Hatterang. This one's epic now, so we'll stick with that. Let's get our food buff. Our second food buff. Can you get Mythtrack from Delve 11? I don't think so. I usually get Mythtrack gear from doing a plus 10 key and then Vault. That's usually, I think, my only source of Mythtrack gear. Because I'm not doing Deathless Tazavesh hard mode. Is there a good guide in which curious to use? There must be somewhere. I haven't looked. I'm still winging it. Okay. What we're gonna do here. Briefly did not find anything. Okay. 10 scouts rescued. Alright. This one I need to be careful not to get myself blown up by spores, because I'm kind of bad at it. I'm not going to try and get fancy and use spores to kill mobs. I'm just going to try not to have them kill me. Hatterang, Sands of Gresh is what a lot use. It may vary based on class a little bit too. Like if the different ones give you different stats in any way, your mileage may vary. Not sure. 1 to 10, pretty good. Keep our eyes open. There is a Nemesis pack over here. We're gonna pretty much always want to get the minimum pulls. Or I do anyway. I'm not brave. I am afraid. But the Paxhorn guys hurt pretty bad. So if we're doing 11 Paxhorn mobs, fine. That's pretty much as hard as it's going to get outside of Challenge Kaiveza. Hi Hazel and chat. Hope you're all well this weekend. Hello Rob. Doing just fine. Hope you're doing good too. Feeling a decent amount better. Still a little sleepy, but doing okay. Yeah, 8s is where Delves cap out for Vault. I am pretty sure. Got one. Somebody down here. There's a portal, an ethereal portal. Wow. Hold on, mind if I do?
Rental.
So when you guys see those portals, you just go through them. You don't go looking around for anything else in the delve first. Also, I forgot to turn on my... Oh, no, I'm running my timer. Use Hatterang in the Aegis, not sold in the Aegis. Hatterang is what I'm sold on. Somebody was telling me Aegis was super good, but I think that was for tank brand when you're in there healing. It might have been a while ago. And also, I found that, you know, I think the best thing to do for carries is just to try them out yourself and see what feels good. Beeline for the portal. Okay. Agree with Hatterang. Hatterang is fun. I like seeing the mobs wearing different hats. Okay, so I don't even need to rescue this guy. So you're out of luck, Slightly Moldy Scout. Sorry about that. Oh, yes. Kind of guess for the utility one. Okay. And we're back in here. Wow. Well, this isn't so bad. I could get my delve achievements done a lot faster if we keep getting lucky like this.
Rental.
It's very bad. I moved my Shadow Word Death Key button, and I need to remember that I moved my Shadow Word Death Key button.
Rental.
Be on the lookout for the Flicker Gate before you can go in if you can. Reward is an autofill. It's confusing.
Wow.
It doesn't sound super worth it. What do you even get from the Flicker Gate reward? Undercoins? Like, I would love to get it if it was, like, along my way in an existing... Like, if I was doing more of the delve anyway and I found it. But I don't know if I could just get to the ethereal portal first. I don't know if it would be worth going to look for it and then coming back.
Watch your step.
Smaller gates rewards are okay-ish, yeah. 100 give you a title. Oh, okay. What's the title? Undercoins, Valor Stones, nothing special. I'm Captain Valor Stones. I like undercoins, but I think we're gonna get plenty of undercoins anyway. Also, this lobster's wearing a hat, and that's pretty funny. I know that's probably the Hatterang doing that. Flickering is the title. Gotcha. Achievement credit. Okay. I think I'll probably get enough achievement credit over my years without worrying about it. Actually, I don't know if Flicker Gates are going to be a permanent feature. Maybe it's just a current season thing. Maybe I should do lots of delves this season. A lot of people like to use audio amp instead of Vegas. Oh, that's lucky. That's what I have on right now.
Grandpa.
Nice chance to use all of your buttons anyway, or more of them. The war within delve subsection, so maybe going. Okay. We'll have to look into that. That sounds like fun. I still don't think I would go past an ethereal gate to look for the flicker gate, because I need so many delves for other things anyways. But actually, hang on. Let's keep going because I want to see what the timer is when I finish this.
Grandpa.
This guy is a lot of
Interrupt.
fun.
Grandpa.
There we go. Yeah, it was only 6 minutes and 50 seconds to do that 11 because we found a gate super early. That was nice. Alright. War Within Delve subsection. That's what I'm looking for, so. Delves. War Within. Oh, the cheats. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've opened 2 out of 10 flicker gates. I need 100 for the title, huh? I'm pretty close to Healer 3. I'm not very close to the tank one. Interesting. I shouldn't look at these. It's going to make me want to do a lot more stuff. Let's get our rewards first anyway. This is kind of fun. I'm having a good time. There we go. Getting some good XP for Bran. Getting some more curios. I don't think I'm really too worried about the bountiful map loot, but doing it gets you undercoins and stuff too. Plus, we got gilded crests. Excuse me? They're gonna give me free gilded crests for doing a +2. That's funny. Oh man, I didn't do a key last week, and there must be like, oh man, you don't have a keystone. Have you been to Mythic Plus? Would you like to do a Mythic Plus? Funny. Okay. Those gilded crests do not count towards the cap. That's great. Hang on to that quest. It'll get done eventually. Kaveza strat. Face the clones. Yep. There is an option you can turn on speech chat bubbles. You want to turn on all chat bubbles during Kaveza, and that makes it easier to see which the real Kaveza is during the cup game. And then, yeah, facing the clones. There's some kind of some graphics thing that we changed that made them glow a little different. Okay. like good undercoins now? I have 3,000. That's pretty good. You know what? Okay, let's go let's go start this snake thing. Nagrand and Outland actually is where we're going. Outland. Now, any portal is gonna get me kind of close to Outland, or should I just go to Stormwind? I think we just skip straight to Stormwind. There is a portal from Koresh? Oh, probably. That's okay, we can do it this way too. Yeah, they have been pretty good about giving me portals. Shatrath is over... Question mark? Yeah, that's right. I had a 50-50 chance of embarrassing myself there. Walk towards the clone. Yeah, I find that that's a good point. On Kaiveza with the clones, and mind you, I've only done the first question mark, but I turn with my mouse, which turns me pretty fast. But to update my character's way that I'm facing a little faster, because like it takes her a second to shuffle, is I turn and then I step. So like if I'm turning with my right mouse button, I will step with my left mouse button just a tiny bit towards the clone, and that updates where you're facing to make sure that you're facing the clone. Because when I was just doing this, it was smoking me. So it was like a little turn and step, turn and step, turn and step towards the clone. I like using my mouse for that. You could also use W, but that's what I found helped me a lot. Favorite part is they give you portals to go back. Wow. That's not too bad. This is nice bonding time with my Seasbarg, though. Look at him. Look at him go. I haven't done Challenge Kaiveza yet. I'm scared. I'm going to put it off for until I have like as much gear as I think I'm going to get in the patch. Ah, great mount. Yeah. And you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Better than Elanira, anyway. I have a kitty cat sleeping on my lap. She's cute. She's so cute. She's got her cheek like smushed down into my tummy. Are you so comfy? I feel like she's extra cute lately. Gear's not important. I disagree. I think that if I have more gear, that means that I need to execute the mechanics perfectly for a shorter amount of time and therefore have fewer opportunities to frick it up. That's my theory. That's how it went for not Gallywix, what do you call them? Underpin. Yeah, you gotta learn how to do the mechanics properly, but you don't have to do it for as long if you have good gear. 20 smooth stones and this I think is like an old quest. So we're gonna not worry about that one. Red Shamrock, thank you very much for the 39-month resub. Hi, Hazel and chat. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Oh, Hazel, do you have any tips for kittens? First time cat parent likes to bite and scratch even though she has the toys. Oh, it's been 11 years since my baby was a kitten, so I've kind of forgotten. I think part of it was making peace with the fact that kittens are sharp and they're gonna get you. And then part of it was just what you're already doing, which is having all of the toys in the enrichment and redirecting them. We tried to never play with her with hands, like never like kind of roughhouse with the kitty with hands, and always use like wand toys and other toys whenever they're in that kind of mood. And it's just a lot of repetition. But kittens are demons. They're lucky they're cute. I bet you're doing great. This one. Don't think my quests have a scroll border like that. That is an add-on called Dialogue UI. That's the name of that one. Dialogue UI. Lots of patience, yeah. Maybe one day when I get a little more financially steady here after we're like settled in a bit more, we might look into. Oh, there's a little snaky. Oh, I see. I haven't been looting these enough. Oh, I don't know why I liked that so much. I know I'm not a big snake person, but that was very cute. He just went out and he was like, oh. Hi, baby girl, sweet Kira. Any sneaky? No? Okay. Hope they increase Valorstone cap or remove them. Yeah, I would be happy with either one. Or, remove the cap. Or make them transferable earlier. Or let me trade them for resonance crystals or the equivalent. Really anything that's not just me burning chunks of them. Because I like doing a lot of content on my main, but my main can't possibly spend as many Valor Stones as she's earning. Okay, so we have our snakes, we need more flowers, and then we need some stones from these guys. Well. Kittens and puppies are hard. I don't know if one or the other is harder. It probably depends on your individual kitten or puppy, but I know Moose as a puppy was challenging. And I knew it was gonna be. And I knew it was gonna be worth it, and it was. And I loved him very much. He woke me up this morning. My husband let him into the bedroom and encouraged him to wake me up, and he did so by bonking his face into my face with an enormous puppy kiss, which was extremely jarring but also very cute. Making them permanently transferable would be good. It's nice that they make them transferable later in the season, and I guess I get why they don't do it earlier, but it's Valor Stones. They're not hard to get. They're just kind of annoying if you don't have them, and then it's annoying to burn them when you do have them. I have so many Valor Stone chests saved up. Yeah, this time around I should do a better job at the gear box buying once we get that. Because they're not available right now, right? That's a turbo boost thing, I think. Hi, baby girl. I was just talking about you. Oh, you can't see, but she's giving me a little hug. Yeah, I see why this quest would have sucked with a ton of competition for mobs. I think procrastinating secretly worked out in my favor here. This is nice. I'm getting my earth stones without a huge amount of drama. My dog is screaming in the living room. I can hear him doing his sleep woofs. He says woof because he doesn't open his mouth because he's asleep. Any more stone? This would be a funny place to find them because this is like a city. It's Talar. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Over here. 1-1. How's Heroic Prog going? It's good. We progged. We did it. We killed him. You want to see the mount? 1. Oh, kitty cat. Royal Voidwing. Found when you have 3 sets of gear to upgrade, that Valorstone cap's not an issue really in the season. Easy clap. Yeah. It was tough. It was hard. It was big fat healing. It was good though. I was so relieved that we got it because we're probably on break for a couple of weeks because our leadership is on vacation. So I don't think we're going to be doing much for the next couple of weeks. I'm getting my little collecting break. It's nice. Warm tea is nice. Okay.
What's on your mind? Safe travel.
Alright, now what do you want? You want marsh moss. And is that it? I think that's it. This way. Oh, from Zangarmarsh. That makes sense. Wonder how hard it is to replace baseboards. I feel like they're probably easy to buy and they're probably easy to install, but you might need to trim them, which involves a saw and also the capacity to measure things correctly. That's the part that I think might trip me up a little bit. You know what I'm not gonna do, but I kind of want to do is get some kind of a beginner's woodworking project that's for kids, so I can just learn the woodworking basics, just because a lot of like little fiddly home repair stuff wants you to, like, I was looking into installing vinyl plank flooring, and it was talking about like removing, like undercutting the door jamb and stuff, and people were using different tools for that, and I was like, this would be really easy if I knew how to use any of those tools. Yeah, I've heard the multi-tool saws are super good. But like, I know I'm gonna mangle some stuff when I first get in there because you know, learning is a thing, and I feel like maybe I should start with like a birdhouse or something. Somehow got a Borderlands drop for some reason, huh? But like, I actually have like a little outdoor space now where if I wanted to set up like, I don't know, a sawhorse and some clamps and stuff, you know, I could be like one of those dudes with like a, with like the pencil behind their ear and then like the little belt. Or a squirrel feeder. Make a chair or a stool. Depending on what you're playing, you may not need to do anything with the jam. Yeah, I was gonna see, because there's some lino that needs to get ripped out, and I'm a little afraid of what I'm gonna find underneath. But that's a later me problem. But there may be enough of a gap under there. But if I did need to undercut anything, but also I was thinking about baseboards, just because a lot of the baseboards in this place are absolutely trashed. They are. You could make them look nicer if you sanded and painted them, but you could make them look even nicer than that if you just replaced them, because they are in terrible shape. There's been a lot of interesting creative trim work done in this place, and by interesting and creative I mean it looks like I tried to do it, which is nice because it means that I could try to do it and I'm probably not going to make it worse. Need to make sure the subfloor is level. I heard that there's like there's stuff that you can scrape to fill to make it level, because our floors are super not level. It's an insanely old house, so it's definitely got some oozy woozies. And I was watching some videos on this, and I saw somebody have like a compound, and they scraped it, and then they leveled the floors that way, like on top of the plywood subfloor. Some little shelf needed somewhere. Oh, I could use all kinds of shelves. Engineer husband says the beginner kit's a great idea. They must sell something like that. I'm gonna get myself to like a Home Depot or something. See what kind of things I can put in the back of my little car. Did I get all my Zanger Moss? I got all my Zanger Moss. That kind of stuff just sounds like so much fun, though. I think that's the one saving grace I have going for me. I'm so over my head with this house, but it's like standing, so that's good. And I am filled with optimism and enthusiasm. So like, I don't know how to do anything, but like, I'm excited to learn all of it. I'm just trying to pace myself in terms of my energy and also my budget. Try not to get myself into too many things at a time. Use the stick down vinyl plank. All our floors weren't level. Sunded all 2,700 square feet. My goodness, looks great. Spent far too many hours researching how to install engineered hardwood for a room of mine. Self-leveling compound you can use. Yeah, it sounds nice. I want to do all kinds of stuff. I want to have a bunch of tools. I want lots of tools that I like. Oh, we're putting the snakes on a plane. Oh, I made that joke earlier, and I didn't realize they were going for it too. Okay. I guess it's not a very original joke. Give me a really nice feeling looking at a completed project and knowing you did it yourself.
No. See you soon. Safe travel.
I want to get rid of all my carpet. It's funny. I love hard floors, but I'm covering them in rugs. Not like wall to wall or anything, but I have big rugs and I'm getting them all laid out now because my dog loves being on rugs and he hates being on hard floor. And I think that's not that unusual for dogs. They have no traction sometimes. So he likes snuggling and snoozing and running around and jumping around on the rugs. Give it time, you'll get a collection if you're wanting to use them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because each of these things, assuming I don't break them, I only need to buy them once. So, you know, you pace yourself, you build it up over time, and then eventually, when you're like, oh man, I need a jigsaw, you'll be like, haha, let me just go out to my shed. Bada bing, bada boo. If they're bigger tools, rent. But I don't want to rent anything, because if I do break it, I'd rather break mine than break somebody else's. I don't feel confident enough in, like, I'd rather get to know mine and get to know It's just a me thing. I understand it's not as economical as borrowing or renting a tool, but I just have this complex about not using other people's stuff because I don't like the stress of being responsible for it. I'd rather be responsible for my own stuff. Madam Noodles for sure. Yeah, bigger cost up front. But, you know, it's not like I'm buying, like, top-of-the-line stuff. And also, I'm not getting everything at once. It's not like I'm going to a Home Depot and dropping, like, $7,000 to get, like, an array, you know. I figured just, like, one thing at a time as we need them. And you buy the basic thing first and see if that gets the job done. And, yeah. I got a drill. And then I can use that for all kinds of stuff. That said, zero regrets buying my table saw and sander and circular saw. I don't need an orbital sander, but they look really fun. What are tools if not toys for grown-ups, right? I always use my own tools, hate lending them to others, even my father. The grandification. Okay. Oh, I didn't even notice we're back in Crush. I must have taken a portal. Wednesday woodworking. I mean, there's only so many woodworking things I would need to do, but it just sounds like fun. Plus, I think it'd be really satisfying once I kind of got the hang of it. Plus, I know it's dangerous, but if there's anything that I can do, it's I can be careful. You know, I got 10 fingers and 10 toes, and I'm trying to keep it that way. What brand did you settle on for a drill? It's an off-brand drill. I didn't get a major brand drill. It's an off-brand from, like, a local store. But it works. It turns on and everything, and I got it to charge, and I got it to spin, and I got it to spin the other way, and it has a little light on it that turns on when I'm drilling. So we're in good shape. It was dramatically cheaper than getting like a kit from like a big brand, and I didn't need a whole lot, and I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Gonna delete an extra pet, but didn't pay any attention. Deleted a chat list. Oh no. Well, you can always get another one. Although, I think you do have to start them over. I guess I've never deleted one to try. Pardon me. I did some pruning in my yard last night. I wasn't even gonna, but then I went out there and I had my snippers and I put on my gloves and I got like a bin to put the snippins in, and I was pulling blackberry vines are invading. And they're always going to be invading. There's no way to stop them permanently because they're invading from off my property into my property. So it's just going to be kind of my life. But I was like pulling the ones that were trying to encroach onto my land out. And it felt like I was Prince Charming in Beauty and the Beast hacking through the thorns. It was really fun. My gloves did good. You can try to sympathize. I'm very sorry that happened. That does suck. Someday you might want to set battery-powered tools. By then you'll have a better idea of what you prefer tool-wise. It's just dangerous because if I figure out how to do something for one room in this house, I'm going to want to do the whole place. And also, I'm talking a big game when I don't know how to do anything yet. I have a feeling that pretty much everything that I get into is going to involve getting further and deeper into stuff. I wanted to open up a sink. I wanted to open up the P-trap on the laundry sink. I think I told you guys this, because it's not clogged. There's no clog there, so a plunger's not really the solution, but it just stinks. It smells really bad. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to take it off. I wanted to blast it out with the hose, and then I wanted to clean it really well with like a brush and some deodorizer. And I wasn't able to do that because the entire P-trap assembly is glued together, which I've never seen before. And apparently it's a thing that like cheap plumbers used to do, but I hate it. And I eventually would like to replace the whole assembly with one that you can actually like take apart to service, you know, like why must we glue things together? We can screw them together, and that way we can get into them if we need to. The Grand Snake's lured to Ecodome Primus. Oh, okay. If you go battery powered, get extra batteries. I figure the day that I need one, I will. Is it PVC? I think so. Heat gun's great for removing or loosening glue. Yeah. It may end up... I might talk to a plumber about it because I don't want to mess with it too much and break it in a way that I'm not capable of repairing right away, but It may be like a sawed off at the wall and replace the whole assembly from the input kind of thing. Or not input, the output, I guess. Because the drain lines are, or the supply lines are fine. McTaser2, thank you for the 68-month resub. Looks like you have the room sorted, or at least what's behind you. I do, yeah, this room's pretty much done. Isn't it cute? I guess you guys can only see that part, but the rest of it looks good too. It goes, the canvases go all the way to the wall. Besides, I could get a plumber, and then I could, I'm not going to do this because I'm too anxious, but I could awkwardly hover over them and be like, so now what are you doing? What's that thing for? They'll love that. I'm fixing wallpaper right now that the previous tenant thought was a good idea to put on the walls using double-sided tape. I wish I was kidding. People come up with all, it's funny the kind of wacky solutions that you uncover to stuff while you're looking into things. You never know what's underneath or above something. These windows have blinds in them, and I've hung a curtain rod up here so I can get my curtains because I hate blinds and I like curtains. But when I was taking out the blind rod, not even for the blinds that are in there, there's like 2 or 3 like skeleton blind assemblies that from like different installations in different points that were just left up there. It's like, why? For what? Just get the darn thing out of here. I don't know. It's strange. Does Moose watch you when you work? My pup always wants to help. Yeah, he follows. Anytime I'm doing anything or poking around anything, he follows me around and he just looks over my shoulder like, ooh, what's that? What are you doing now? Like, he doesn't try to touch anything. He just wants to watch. He just wants to follow you around and watch. Inherited my family home that had been in the family since the 20s. The level of half-done repair is insane. Everything, almost everything like functions, which is nice, but there's a lot of things that could get a lot nicer with like a little bit of love. And by a lot of things, I mean almost everything. The kitchen cabinets, bless their heart. Tons of cabinets, love that. Lots of storage space in the kitchen. They are old cabinets, and they don't really, it's almost entirely drawers. There's basically no cupboards. It's all drawers, which I like, actually. I think drawers are really convenient. But they don't really pull very well. Define old. I mean, the house is extremely old. I don't think the cabinets could possibly be original. But they don't pull very well. They're painted with this kind of like matte paint that I don't think was intended for like a kitchen use. Because it like scuffs up and marks up super easily. It's really hard to wipe spills off of it. It's like rough to the touch. And it's like gloppy and gloopy in places. Like it looks like someone did a slap job with some leftover, I don't know, like cheap house paint. It's because my understanding is that a glossier paint is going to be easier to clean, and you can get kind of like glossy sort of like, what is it, latex paint or something that will, that you can seal so that for kitchen surfaces you can like wipe spills and stuff off of it. Yeah, it sounds contractor grade to me. It's worse than anything I've ever seen in a kitchen. I've seen some old stuff. Satin paint easy to clean. Yeah, it's just a bit odd. But like they hold dishes, you know. I can get them out if I really yank on them. They're dry. That's nice. There's nothing rotting as far as I can tell. But yeah, I would love to either repaint them or maybe replace them eventually one day. But that's a big project. So that's like a much later me thing. But that's okay because I'm gonna live here forever. I like it, yeah. And Moose likes it here. And my husband likes it here. Yeah, get good enough with tools you can build your own. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I used to have, I had an uncle, who, wonderful, and a really, really good woodworker, a really talented, like, artisan woodworker. And he used to make beautiful, like, cabinets and furniture and stuff. Just the most gorgeous things. I have, like, a little, box that was from him. that I used to keep like really important stuff in. And I would like to think that he would be really proud of me if I learned how to do any of it. But also, I think it's kind of an expensive hobby and kind of a big hobby, but at least I have space for it now. Painting cabinets can give a nice uplift for a low cost. Yeah, I feel like they could be improved a bit with like a good sand and paint, but you would want to do it with you'd want to either test the paint for lead paint or just do it outdoors with a mask on and pray. Yeah. A Victorian-ish house for sale in the city, way out of my future budget. Very well kept, has the most insane, intense green and black kitchen. Oh, that sounds fancy. After that, just comes down to how extravagant you want to go with wood. Man. You know the dangerous thing about if I ever get to pick paint for my cabinets, assuming that I do painted cabinets and I don't one day make myself wood cabinets, because I actually love wood grain cabinets. I know everybody on TikTok or whatever like painting over them, but I think wood's pretty. But anyway, if I did have painted cabinets or if I repainted these ones, I could pick any color I want, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I could make them pink. I could make them pink. I could have like blush pink cabinets and then kind of like a washed out sage to mint green tile. And it could be just the most hideous retro me thing ever. I don't often watch, but when I do, it seems like you're always in a new house. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, we moved. When did I move? I moved in 2021, and then I moved again in. Actually, I moved twice in 2021, so that might have been part of it. And then I moved just now in 2025. I was in my last place for almost 4 years. This is correct. But before 2021, I lived in the same place from like 15 square footage. You make some compromises, or I'm not gonna give the square footage, but it's good. It's perfect. I didn't have to compromise really much on the size of it. I think the size is exactly right for us. I wouldn't want it to be any bigger, and it could be smaller, but I wouldn't want it to be smaller because this gives us some room to grow. Posted a photo and off topic on Discord if you want to see. Yeah, let me take a look. I do have gardens. There's gardens already in, which is lovely. And this way I can kind of look after the gardens that are already here, and then if they stay nice, then that's good. And if anything dies, or if I decide I want anything different, I can take something out and I can put something different there. I'm so excited for spring because I'm gonna start seeds. I'm just gonna go to the hardware store and get like an assortment, and I'm gonna see what I can grow, and it's just gonna be trial and error, and it's gonna be great. I love starting random seeds and then planting them. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Discord. I'm looking for off topic. Am I in the right Discord? Yeah, I'm in the right Discord. I'm really bad at navigating our Discord. I genuinely don't see it. Plant pics, recipes, and food. Share your art, cute stuff. Pet pics, transmog. Look what I did in WoW. Off-topic discussion. I was looking in the fixture channels. Oh, that is green and black. You know what's funny is that black and white floor tiles, the checkerboard, like the chess set style floor tiles, is I've been rewatching Friends, and there's the episode where Joey redoes Monica's bathroom, and that's the new tile that he puts in, and she says it's so beautiful, and I don't get it. It's just not for me. I'm not a high contrast girly. It is very green. I honestly kind of like it. Yeah, it's cool. Miss having a fresh herb garden so much. Buying herbs from the store so costly. The I actually had a lot of fun with a little Miracle-Gro like hydroponics appliance. It's got like a little lamp and then a little water tank that you add fertilizer to, and then you have like the seed cone things. I had that in my office for ages. The biggest problem was that it was such a bright light and it was on for so much of the time that I couldn't have it. I was worried it was going to keep my dog awake because my dog liked to sleep in that room. I could set it up again now because I have a place I could put it where it wouldn't bother anybody. I think, anyway. You know what? I'm just going to take this little portal here. One of my colleagues hosted a barbecue yesterday, and she lives a couple hours out of the city. Goodness, renting a gorgeous home real close to the woods. Oh, that sounds nice. The whole house painted in intense colors like that. A huge house? Oh. Outside is a bright light blue. Excited to hear how it goes in the spring. Harvesting tomato, eggplant, watermelon, squash, and basil now. Nice. I've been finding like little food plants in like random spots, like tucked in and amongst the other types of landscaping here. Like you'll have like a little bed that's like next to like a walkway, and it'll be mostly like ornamental grasses, but then you'll be like, is that a pepper plant? And it is a pepper plant. And then like, you know, you'll be just like by like a hedge, and there'll be just like a squash, and it's like, I think this might be a pumpkin. I don't know. There's just like little like random food plants tucked places. Unfortunately, there's also an absolute infestation of mint. Someone planted mint everywhere, so pray for me. But currently growing pumpkins in my garden. Are they getting big for fall? Is that? It sounds like fun. I think I'm gonna buy a pumpkin this year and carve it. I always say that. I never do it, but this year might be the year. No, the mint. Yeah, it's out of control. It's absolutely out of control. The bees love it. It actually flowers. It has these fluffy little flowers on it, and the bees go nuts. So that's nice. But yeah, I'm gonna be fighting that for the rest of my life. Mint is great, except that, and I love mint tea. So if I wanted to harvest it and dry it, I could. But mint tea is extremely cheap to buy. It's not a difficult thing to get. Yeah, if I want to plant anything else there, I'm gonna be fighting mint for a bajillion years. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's cheap for a reason. Exactly. It grows like a weed. Sugar pumpkins are basically ready, and the fairy tale pumpkins. That sounds like fun. What is a fairy tale pumpkin? I'm Googling this. This is very important. Fairy tale pumpkin. Oh, they're pretty. Oh, I'm jealous. Oh, are they hard to grow? Mint and club soda, my go-to for a fake cocktail. Everybody, whenever I complain about the mint, people are like, oh, you should make mojitos. And I'm like, what if I don't want a mojito? I drink water, man. I guess I do drink mint tea, so that's probably the argument, is I should just dry it for tea. But like, I don't drink anymore. Same question, how cute. Yeah, put it in fresh. Yeah, you can, that's true. You can steep mint tea fresh too. You need a lot of it though. Although I have a lot of it actually. I have bushels of it, so maybe I should just start doing that. Give it a good wash, make sure there's no spiders in my tea, and then have at it. Pretty easy to watch their sun intake in the hotter months. I have a spot in my garden that gets really nice sun exposure, and I'm gonna grow peppers. I'm gonna grow different peppers in pots. Dedicate your life to mint eradication. I am. One cup of tea at a time, huh? Mocktails are great. Fancy juice, good sub for when you go out with others who drink. I don't like drinking anything with sugar if I can avoid it. Not for my weight, but for my teeth. It's not that I never ever do, but like I try to almost never, because it's just you get used to having things that aren't sweet, and then you just kind of live your life like that. And just why I like the herbal tea so much. I'm just gonna fish up these hydrobites. This quest is driving me nuts. I'm just gonna do it. Do you like hot peppers or mild? I like growing hot peppers. And then I like cooking with them because you can kind of like adjust. I like making vegetarian chili, and you can kind of adjust how hot you want it to be by how much pepper you're putting in relative to your chili and how much of the pith you're including, and stuff. People think it's the seeds that's the hot part, but it's not the seeds. It's that white part that like is around the seeds. But yeah, I like growing super hot peppers, but I'm too much of a baby to eat them. Pick proper climate. About 8 years to get a fruiting avocado tree. Oh my gosh, my husband wants to plant like tropical fruit trees, and I'm like, honey, we live in Canada. We don't have a greenhouse. I'm gonna need you to, I mean, have at it, you know, live your life. Don't let me stop you, but like, calm down. We grew ghost peppers once. Those are insanely hot. I had a pepper growing phase in my early 20s, which is why I want to have another one. I'm nostalgic for it. I was bored. I went to Fred Meyer. I got like flower pots, potting soil, and some random seeds off the seed rack. And then I later started ordering specialty pepper seeds from like Pepper John's or something. And I didn't grow ghost peppers, but I grew something close. I grew some habaneros and I grew some... Were they Carolina Reapers? I think I was too scared to grow the Carolina Reapers. I grew something that was really high. I forget what. I didn't eat them. I think one of my friends ate one, and then we all stepped away from the biohazard. When did you get married? Just this past summer. Just this past summer. In May. I guess it was spring, technically. It's amazing. Yeah, we're having a big year. It's a great big year. Oh, the wedding feels like so long ago, even though it was just like a couple months ago, but like the house and everything is a lot. It's a lot. This year's been a lot. It's not, I guess it's no wonder I got sick. But it's done now, you know? We're married. We don't have to get married again. I bought a house. I don't have to do that again. We just get to settle in and figure everything out. Getting married was fun. When are you getting married again? I would love to be done with getting married. If we could stick with this one, that would be great. So exciting. I like being married. I liked getting married because I liked who I was marrying. I'm not so big on weddings though. Our wedding was lovely. I'm happy we had it. I'm happy we got to celebrate with our friends and family, and it was really nice to see all of the family. That was the best part. But actually, like the actual wedding part, I'm glad it's done. It's one of those things that was kind of like, oh man, that was really nice, and now we never have to do that again. I'm not a big. I like other people's weddings. I don't really want people looking at me. Not saying no to throwing another giant bring everyone party in 10 years. Yeah, I'm just counting on other people, like, I don't know, having babies or doing graduations or something so that we can go see people for that. Or just holidays, you know? You know, get everyone together for a nice holiday or something. Renew your vows? Yeah, I'm not. The party is the worst part for me. I'm not a big party person. I'm not even a medium party person. We had our reception at the Airbnb where his parents were staying, and I got out of my wedding dress immediately. And we got food. We picked up food from one of our favorite Indian restaurants, and we just had like curry. It was yummy. But it was the least fancy thing that I could think of to do because I did not have any more stamina for anything fancier. Easier to have fun if you're comfortable. Yeah, exactly. Plus now we have a wedding dress in a bag in case we ever need like some extra insulation or anything. Can you imagine someone taking this house apart in another 100 years and they're like opening up the walls and they're like, huh, you'll never guess what I just found. Big introvert, hate being center of attention. Being a bride sounds like a horrible experience to me. The nice thing is that if it's your wedding, depending on, of course, on what your spouse wants, you can make it as low key as you want or as high key as you want. So you can kind of tailor the experience to your own levels of comfortableness with it. I think that if anybody had tried to put me through like a big traditional wedding, it would have been much harder. But everybody was very cool and chill and casual and letting us kind of do it our way. So I was able to have it be quite brief. It was beautiful, but it was short, which was nice. We didn't have to, you know, do it for very long. And plenty of people prefer to, maybe just do a small ceremony with just their, like, parents and siblings, which is more or less what we ended up doing anyways, was parents and siblings and nieces and nephews. Or even just, like, you know, you just elope and it's just you guys and the officiant. That's a super popular thing to do nowadays. When we remodeled the bathroom in my childhood home, we found a woman's Victorian-era leather boot inside. And a beer bottle. Dress wouldn't be a huge stretch. I feel like there used to be some kind of a builder superstition about leaving a bottle, like, I thought it was a Coke bottle, but like some kind of a bottle inside the wall for good luck or something? I don't know. I don't know where I read that. I could have made it up. Nobody listened to me. I need to soothe some snakes. Low-key weddings are my favorite. Yeah. I support anybody's right to have and be excited about the wedding of their choice. I think if you want a big wedding and you've got the budget for it, that's wonderful. There's kind of a big trend of like, I don't know, almost hating on big weddings because they're expensive. And yes, they're expensive, but if that's what the couple wants and it makes them happy and they have the money for it, you know, let them live their life. We don't have very many cultural touchstones of like rites of passage and like, you know, well, let the people have their wedding, you know, if that's what they want. And if they don't want that, that's great too. You know, it's lovely. It's a choose your own adventure. My dog is having the biggest dream. It's a tradition in old times in the U.S. for builders to leave bottles and tin cans under the porch. Oh. Plenty of friends that loved the whole big wedding with the crazy dress and all the extras. Yeah. I had kind of an in-between one. I had a dress and we had some pictures, but we didn't do like a big reception or anything, and it was just right for us.
It's a fine day for a hunt. Hey, be safe out there.
Extra eggs. We're still not finished with this. We're still not finished with this this campaign. My goodness. Parents got married at City Hall, had the reception at Grandma's house, spent 300, married 43 years. It was lovely. Yeah, I think weddings are super personal. I think it's very much just about what the couple wants. It turns into a problem when it becomes about like what someone's parents want, which was not the case for us. Everybody was all the family was super lovely and understanding, but some people have to deal with a little bit more in the parent department. Karak eggs. Am I getting them for well, I guess if they're extra. Trying to look up tradition to get normal information, and instead I get horror stories on Reddit. Yeah. Those used to be fun before I realized that they're almost all fiction. And worse than that, a lot of them. It used to be fun when they were at least creative writing fiction, but nowadays half of them, if not more, are AI fiction, and that's not as much fun. I don't need that. I don't need that Doom Miner. That's for the rare that I don't need. I need eggs. How you doing, Miss Q? You having a nice nap down there? She's so cute. You talk to her and she like purrs a little bit. I'm so close to being finished this quest. I don't even know what it's for. Dune worm essences. Did I kill a dune worm? Did I loot the essence? I don't know. There goes the egg pilfer, and there you go. Help with hatching some snakelets. Let's have some tea. AITA is the worst. It's all AI. What people do is they make accounts. They farm the karma that you need to post in different subreddits, because a lot of subreddits will have a minimum karma amount for posting, something to that effect. So in order to get the karma they need for it to be a postable account, they'll generate some AI garbage with like your typical buzzwords like, you know, my boyfriend murdered me and all of my family, should I take him back? Or you know, you've got the my mother-in-law has murdered me and all my family, should I forgive her, etc., etc. And then the account gets sold to somebody who then uses it for astroturfing. Best case scenario to sell products, worst case scenario to influence global political opinion. It's basically most of Reddit now. It's kind of a bummer. At least on the major subs anyway. Here we go. Otherworldly ecologist. Nice. So we did all the storylines, and now I need to do the snake daily. Did some of the Ecodome quest earlier, but lost patience for it after about 20 minutes. They do go on for a long time. So I just stick to the cat pics. I used to like the gardening subs and the like kind of niche hobby stuff can be good. Especially when you're first getting into a sub, but sometimes you'll revisit it again after you've learned a lot more about the hobby and realize that it's just like 5 people that feel, not gardening, but like, that are like super self-important, that are spewing the same vaguely incorrect garbage at each other like over and over and over again, and they've made like a clique, so they just downvote anybody that like doesn't agree with them. It's just, I don't know. It is sometimes reliable, but it's not a guarantee. Let's see here. I still have the fairy tale pumpkins open on my other monitor. Fresh, fragrant, gleaming glory. We moved on from wedding talk while I typed that out. No, you're fine. Sister got married at the start of the COVID, had a small party, larger one the year after. One of the speakers at the second party joked that he looked forward to their third wedding the next year. My mother's dog joined a cult. You're gonna do the snake daily and a couple of vaults just to be done? I hadn't thought of it because don't you need to do the, are you able to just show up and do the daily, or do you have to redo the campaign? Because that's not happening. If I could just show up and do the daily, then maybe? Maybe? Think about it. I don't think it's such a big deal to just hit it up a few more times regularly, though. Or it could just complete. Just like that. Huh? Ensure all the creatures in the oasis are fully integrated into the ecosystem. That's weird, right? You use daily, but you don't need it? Apparently not. That is strange. Yeah, it is strange, because we all saw me just now get the snakes. I'm not about to complain. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, how do I get the thingy? Is it just this quest over here? Complete quest. Talk to your team. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hello. How do you feel? Okay. Who else do we want to talk to? Over here? Is it you?
I'm so glad you're here. The world is wild. Stay safe.
Guess snakes are easy to care for. It was bugged earlier in the week, so if you did them Tuesday, you had to redo them. Last 3 seem to have some bug they give credit for each other. Weird. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'll take it. Here, we'll watch the cutscene.
My home. Once teeming
Avoided
with
succession
life,
for weeks, realized a weekly
brought to
progression.
ruin.
Does it not
But
let you
you,
catch up on it? I
I
thought it was just time gated, but I figured maybe you could do it all now if you...
Look what
Could.
you have accomplished. It is not the same as the home I remember, but as the future
But
evolves,
I'm not gonna argue with
So you
anything that
must
gets me
wait.
done with this.
and in this,
So now the only thing I need to do for Ecodome, if I remember correctly, is
thanks
just
to
do
you,
the weekly box for
your
the
life
stuff from that.
has taken its first breaths here. And for that, Karesh and I will be forever grateful.
I wonder if they deployed some kind of a hotfix to help out the people that were having trouble getting the snake credit because it wasn't working correctly, and they overcorrected and they made it give too much snake credit.
Everything I've done has been for Karesh.
One resplendent Karak for me! Does this one also do the same thing the other Karak does, where it like yoinks my camera way up high when I get on it? Yes, it does. Blizzard, please. This is dumb. It's a gorgeous mount. I want to enjoy it from down there. Oh well. All right. I am going to take a couple minutes break, and I will be back. I lost my kitty cat, but she's in the closet. She's just standing there looking at me. You want to come back? I'm back if you want to come sit here again. Felt the same with the other rock. Thought it was my camera settings. Yeah, people are saying that it does that for some people, but not for everybody. Maybe it's well, I don't know what it is. You want to come back? Okay, you think about it and you let me know. Lovely. All right, I completed my Ecodome Succession stuff. I'm gonna have a little look and see what else I need for that, because I know there's more. There's more. Ecological. Yeah, so there's one more achievement, and it's brokers don't care how you win. To win 2 challenge mode races. So people were telling me yesterday, I wasn't in the mood to hear it yet, but people were telling me that this is cheesable. Do I want to do this now or do I want to do this some other time? Brokers don't care how you win. I'm gonna wowhead it and just read a little bit. I'm not committing to doing it, but we'll have a little read. So some people were having a issue winning the Slate Back challenging race. We have to wait for the racing quest. Oh dear. Very buggy achievement. You can do this while phase diving. Use the untethered Zaibucha, run in a straight line to the end. Don't bother with the speed buffs. Don't know if it counts for the achievement. Someone got achievement credit doing that. Okay. The respective quest has to be up, and we have yet to see the Ray one in weeks. Okay. So I'm guessing that I can't do it right now, at least not on this character. I could do it on another character for the Slate Back one, right? Because it's an account-wide achievement. Any character could do it. But hang on. I have Zaibucha, but I think only on this character. Yeah, Zaibucha is soulbound. I think I'm gonna not worry about it for right now. I think someone will mention at some point when it's up, and we'll just come back and do it then. Or we'll try and do it then anyway. Okay, so forget that. I wanted to do more delves. I had a reason. I forget what. Let's go. Also, while I'm here, let me just check and see if anyone's got a Sitharbs group up. Anyone doing Sitharbs? No? Okay, worth a look. Can you see Sitharbs up when you're not in face space? I think you can. Blasphemere, thank you very much for the 75-month resub. Good morning. Good morning. BMH with Blink. Yeah, I guess being a priest is probably the worst possible race to do that on. I think being a druid would be not bad. But maybe my priest can do it with the Zaibucha trick, where you can just run in a straight line in phase space. The Delve Portal toy is disappointing. Yeah, it was more exciting last patch before we got the Delve Portals in Tazavesh. And also the cooldown doesn't reset, which always kind of bothered me. Alright, so forget that. Forget that. Yeah, I wanted the cooldown to reset when you did a Delve. I felt like that would be nice, but oh well. You can at least have the portals to the Bountiful Delves here. So I want to do each Bountiful Delve. I've done those 2 already, so I guess we gotta do these 2. Spiral Weave and Side Street Sleuths. I'll do Sleuths last. Let's do Spiral Weave. And I'm gonna do an 11. I'm gonna stick with the 11s. You know? I need the gilded crests. What are you gonna do? It'll be good experience. And maybe we'll keep finding those gates that make it super fast. So, I've already done my bounty. I don't even know what I got from it, to be honest. I have a hero track piece of loot in here somewhere. Oh, I do. It's a belt. Yeah. I'll think about it. Might be good stats. You can get bountiful. So yeah, I can get 2 more gilded stashes this week. And there will be a flicker gate in here. Just did my first 10. Nice! Plus this is good for catching me up on my, I still need, Epic Hatterang. Audio crystal, that's fine. I'm gonna eat Brand's food. I'm gonna eat my food, too. Useful in later X packs to get back to the War Within city without going via the Stormwind Mage Tower. Apparently I needed to catch up on sleep. Just woke up. Good morning to you. Or afternoon or evening, depending on what time you took your nap. Okay, we got that one. We got that one. We're doing delves today. And I got my Resplendent Karak. We finished the Eco Succession achievement. It was most unexpected. Alright. 10-minute cheese buff. Yeah, we're all good here. Let's do it. Peculiar Nerubian Slain. 2 o'clock. That's what Sundays are for. Oh yeah, this is the one where it's like, oh, you're gonna get in the treasure room. Psych! Gotcha. looking for gates. Funny thing is, dog is still sleeping. Don't do that yet. Why not? This seems like a perfectly reasonable course of action. I think it's okay. Don't worry about it so much. Everything will be fine. So good to see you still playing WoW. What are your thoughts on the state of the game? Oh, thanks for coming by. Thoughts on the state of the game. Honestly, I like this patch a lot. The raid was super fun. The keys have been really good. I am enjoying the collecting well enough. I'm mainly kind of antsy because I'm really excited about player housing. And that's not yet, so I'm going to have to wait. War Within is the most fun X-Pack since BF8 for me. Yeah, I've been having a really good time. Alright, so that is antitoxin. Neutralizes the effects of the Puppet Master's poisons. Ow, 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 ow. So excited for housing. Having fun, can't wait for Remix. I think Remix will be fun. I'm expecting Remix to keep me busy for like 3 weeks, maybe? Maybe a month? Which is pretty much all I needed to do. Not that I need it. I'm sure I could find things to keep me busy with collecting wise until then if we didn't have it. But it'll be good for collecting. I'm excited to get the cosmetics. That elven robe looking thing sounded really cool. This really hurts. I guess it is an 11. Hoping Remix is good. I'm so hyped for it. The early reviews were not great, but I heard they fixed a lot with the last PTR. Yeah, we'll see. My expectations for it are pretty moderate because it's such a temporary thing that even if it's kind of not perfect or kind of medium or even kind of mediocre, It's not like we're playing it for that long anyway, so I pretty much just need it to be content that I can use to collect things, and that I can enjoy at the same time as everybody else. It's fun to be going in on something new with the community. So I would say my bar is pretty. Ow, my bar is pretty low.
Interrupt.
My goodness, these guys hurt a lot. Oh, it's a Pax pack. I guess that's why. I don't feel like I took this much damage in the last one. I guess I got lucky. I only did like 3 mobs in the 11 before I found the gate last time. Was enjoying it during PTR. Didn't play much in Legion, so my ATT is like 5%, and remix would make my collections go way up. Also so excited for housing. I don't know how I'm gonna have time to do anything else. That's my trouble. I'm gonna have to learn which one of these is hurting me the worst. Maybe it's the caster?
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Maybe it's not the caster. Feels really good to collect alongside hundreds of people. Yeah! Plus, when we're all in there at the same time, we're like exchanging notes, we're comparing tips. You know, it's fun. It's fun collecting in the off-season too, but we're all kind of doing different things, I find. Whereas with something like a remix and a release, we're all kind of going in together. What they've shown off so far reminds me a lot of the housing in Wildstar, which I loved. Yeah. I was excited because I wanted it to be basically close to as customizable as housing in Animal Crossing, and it looks like it's way better than the customization levels for the housing in Animal Crossing. It'll kind of come down to how much furniture they can do, but considering how many other cosmetics we get, toys and pets and mounts and stuff, I think there's going to be a bajillion furniture. Different things is interesting because it gives us idea and fun other things to try. Yeah, that's a good point too. Plus, you guys always have good tips. No matter what I'm doing, there's always somebody that has like just done it that knows something super helpful.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
And sometimes they're not as bad as they sound. I thought I was avoiding Seasbarg for this entire expansion because I thought it was going to take like a month.
Watch your step.
And we had it done inside of a week. The follower dungeons, especially with the amount of gear that we have now, makes it super not that bad. It takes a little bit of doing, but it's really not. It's not inhumane, I don't think, compared to other grinds that we have anyway. Why can't I use my... There we go. Point time.
Interrupt.
Maybe it's Deathbolt that hurts.
Dispel boss.
Does Holy Get Dominate Mind? Super helpful. You can spec into it. Any Shadow Priest can. Or any Priest can. Because I'm Shadow right now. But I never really bother. I've heard it's good, but... I don't know. I think it's just a level of complexity that I don't want to worry about. I don't want to worry about, like... keeping an eye on when my Dominate Mind pet is going to expire on me, because I would forget and it would ambush me at the worst possible time. Maybe I'll get into it next expansion or something. I've heard that from people though, that they really like Dominate Mind for delves. I'm having more fun than I thought I was going to have in these higher delves. Did that delve at a tier 11? What do you mean I'm doing that? This is a tier 11. We're both doing it at a tier 11. Sorry, I think I'm taking more umbrage than I need to with the word but in that sentence. We're fine. I was hoping I was going to find... I mean, I'll find the gate at some point. The gate's in here somewhere. It's probably right back by the beginning, but, They're not hard with gear, probably over-geared for it. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I wouldn't... It's a little hard. The mobs hurt me a little bit. I'm doing my best in here. Shadow Priest and I raid that we've had to forbid from using Dominate Mind. Oh man. It's fine. I used to try to use it. There was a strat in Cinderbrew Meadery where you would Dominate Mind one of the Yes Men. Before you killed the first one, you would get him to low health and you would Dominate Mind, and then that would basically freeze his health. So he would help you with the other ones, but then also he wouldn't reset back up to full health when you killed the other guys. And then you would do him last. And it was a good tip to save like a little bit of time, but I was never... Oh, I found the thingy. I was never really... Oh, yeah, that's a portal. That's funny. I mean, at this point, should I not just finish the delve normally? Would it not be like less work? Because I just have to do the last boss now. Because if the room is going to be all full of stuff. Depends on what one is, how hard this boss is for you. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I guess the boss is a little ways away. Check the gate. If it's just one boss, you can get out anyway. Oh, okay. The last two that I did were all filled with mobs. I didn't realize it could be just one thing. Get credit for everything. It's just, if the room is filled with trash, it may be less trash to go to finish the delve normally because we're basically at the end. But it's not a big deal anyway. Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. See what's in the room. Looks like Ethereal's defeated like a lot of them, so let's go back. Abort! Abort! One puppet master, please. Paxworm pack over here. May or may not be the right call, but that's okay. I thought that before too. The boss in this story is a longer fight. Maybe it'll be good for me to practice it then. The foot bomb power is great. I didn't even know we had that this season. I thought that was last season. Alright, so we made it to the last boss. That's good. I've got about a minute on cooldowns. It kind of looks like we're melting him, but maybe this is a decoy. This must be a decoy.
Watch your step.
Who's the real puppet master?
Charging.
Yeah.
Move. Charging.
Figured it was
Move.
too easy.
Charging. Move.
Oh, there are
Charging.
foot bumps.
Move.
I thought those were from last season.
Charging.
Here, I'll run into him. Footballs were legit one-shotting
Charging.
bosses at the start of the season. Oh, man. It was a thing that Bran had all the time this season. One of the things you pick up. Oh, I must have picked it up as a power. Gotcha.
In front.
It does seem to do insane damage. Look at that. Oh my gosh. There's a delve trinket that provides them too. Oh.
Run from.
Oh, hang on, those web summon Nerubians don't stay on there. Sorry, Bran. I'm letting you down.
Run from.
I want to get my foot bombs, but I don't want to summon the Nerubians. Or any more Nerubians. did it. Reminds me of Giga Powers from Torghast. I think that's the first time I've seen a brand power that was like that insanely OP. Okay, I want my loot. I want my gold. Another curio.
Nice fight.
Nemesis box. Ruined crests. My gilded crest. Nice. Those are flickering spoils. I feel like even more gilded crests. Although I'm pretty sure I can get I can do one more 11 and get more. Oh, and I got my Call to Delves done too. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's go back home for now. I'm gonna miss Bran telling me obvious things next expansion. Oh, my Bran leveled up. He's 85 now. Do you like the audio ability? I mainly had it on because it was the one that I had fully leveled. I had the epic version of the curio. It seems fine. It's like a nice passive. It's hard to go wrong, I think. I don't really know what the best curios are. We were talking about it earlier. Champion loot. Champion loot. I should maybe keep some of these things for Catalyst for Mog, but whatever. Don't really want to. I was champion boots, but I have Reshi boots. I don't think I replace them with anything but more Reshi boots. I have a feeling Galera might be worse. She doesn't seem like she would pop up with her team standing and things. The UI? Oh, Plumber. Oh, I don't have Plumber on though. I don't have that on right now.
Please proceed.
When I started reading that, I thought it was default. Champion Trinket. We can disenchant that. Nice. How many undercoins do I have? Can I buy something? No. I think I need 5,000 undercoins. For one of the old ensembles anyways, which is annoying because I feel like they should discount them for the amount of pieces that you manage to collect. Like I have 4 out of these 6 weapons from last season, but they still want 5k to get all of them. But I think I got everything else Mog-wise, so I don't think there's anything else for me to save my undercoins for. I guess I could buy the schematics. Those are the old ones, right? $5k for sets, 2k for weapons? Was it not 5k? Let me see. No, it's 5k. They had 2k for like cloaks and stuff from current season, but I bought those already. Missing 1 or 2 from each. I want a discount. No. Oh, these are resonance crystals. Oh. Well, they're only 10 resonance crystals, so I guess I should buy them. I suppose I can spend 10. Yeah, they had cloaks and then they had like helmets. But I finished buying all those. They're brand morpher. Yeah, I don't have enough resonance crystals to be spending willy-nilly on stuff like that. Can I do set any good gear upgrades here?
What do you seek?
That's Hero 4, that's Hero 4, Hero 4, Myth, Shoulders, yeah, so it's basically all the same stuff. Let's do this big one. Spend a couple of Valor Stones and get a myth appearance. Hope the 1000 Delve achievement won't get upgraded to more because I'll never be able to finish it. I think they're counting on us doing multiple expansions worth of delves for it. Or at least for most people. I'm sure some people are finished already, but I'm not one of them. Let's go do one more. Let's go do my last Bountiful Delve for the day. We're on a roll here. You're probably ahead of me. I've done 245 delves in total. And then 160 of them being bountiful. So we're just getting started. But we'll go do one more. I have lots of keys. What I should do is every day I should just go do level 1 bountiful delves on my main I should just blow through them to get Delve completed and Bountiful Delve completed, because I have keys for days. I guess I have 19 keys. I'll run out of them eventually, but like I burn keys every season because I don't finish using them. Alright, so looks like we're going to Side Street Sluice. And I'll do another 11, may as well. Still getting, yeah, gilded. So I'll get one more gilded stash and then I don't have to bother with 11s for the rest of the week. 370 of 500 for the golden key. Do you like the key transmog? Have you used it with anything? I thought it looked kind of neat. Let's have a look here.
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close.
You can't start from tier 1. I can't start. What? You lost me. I'm doing a tier 11 delve to get my 3rd gilded stash and also like just another delve done for the week. What's the trouble? Not really, doesn't go with any of my mogs. It'll be my Kingdom Hearts transmog. There was an old key transmog from like TVC or something that I thought was kind of cool because it was very Keyblade. And I'm not even like a Kingdom Hearts girly. Okay. Know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, I used it at least once in my life on a bank hold or something. Alright, so I'm going to keep an eye open for the gate.
Watch your step.
But in the meantime, we're destroying enchanted gold tunnels. Love that sword. Is it a sword? That's cool. I forgot what it was because it's old, right? I haven't used it in a long time. I have an outfit plan for my Evoker with the key once the mod changes happen. Changing my weapon too much to be willing to pay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to save a whole lot of gold because I changed my mod a lot. I guess I can have, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to come up with a really good set and then leave it on for a while. Break even. This is a good case of using power infusion and coolness here. That's gonna suck. Yeah, I wouldn't call these easy. They're doable for sure. I don't know if I would want to do more than a few of them in a week, though. More than 3, anyway. Although, I like the gates, actually, because it does make it much more exciting if you're in your 11 delve and you're like, okay, here we go. I'm settling in. We're doing this. And then if you, like, find the gate, that's super cool. Open. Oh, a gate. A gate. Maybe this one will give something that's not the portal. I'm carrying my friend's new tune through tier 11s for gear and crest. Super easy as bear. Nice. Spent most of my gold on that one new thing I just picked up, so it should save me some money. I've been enjoying this transmog, actually. This is like a Koresh transmog. I think it looks super nice on my gnome. I'm quite happy with it. I like wearing sort of skimpy-ish transmogs, but not like fully out there for my gnome. I kind of like a middle ground, and this one's nice because like I think there's a shirt underneath that, but it still kind of has like this halter top look to it. And then it's kind of like the tattoos and a little neck detail. I think it's nice. Shatterheart's face-bound visor. Okay, so I guess that flicker gate just gave me an extra chest at the end. Thinks he likes to show it off, but not too much. Blood Elf and the Tauren Federation. Oh, every time I hear the name Koresh, it reminds me of the other guy. You lost me.
Watch your step.
Yeah, so we're doing this Delve the old-fashioned way, but we're already like halfway there. Maybe we'll get a good power off of that right over there.
Watch your step.
The BAT. I think it's gonna continue to go over my head. Might give the double question mark
Watch your
boss a try soon. Got single question mark down pretty easy. I wonder how much item level I'm gonna decide that I want before. I think I'm just procrastinating until I'm in the right mood. I have good trinkets now. I have a antenna, a heroic antenna, and a heroic Nexus King, or a champion Nexus King's command. I guess the Nexus King's command is more of a healer trinket. But I also have a champion
Watch your step.
Signet of the Priory, and I could use that for Shadow too. Probably switch it out. Double question mark seems really hard. What is changing between single question mark and double question mark? I understand there's more rounds in the cup game. What else is different? Because single question mark was pretty unforgiving. Speed and then the number of guys you have to face. So much worse.
There's treasure close by.
Watch your step.
Maybe we'll try it next week or something. Or maybe we'll leave it for the very end of the patch. That sounds like me. That's about when I did Underpin, was like towards the end of the patch. I need a little deadline to light a fire under my bum. Read that they nerfed her slightly? You think if I wait longer, they'll nerf her more? I bet we could do it, but I bet it would be a process. Take some time. Oh my god.
Watch your step.
This drill sergeant has a subtitle for someone it killed. That must be like a player name, right? Also, they might slay me next. This is a lot of mobs here. Uh-oh. I fell. I've fallen. Let me disperse.
Watch your step.
That and the new gravestones. The subtitle's hilarious. That's genius. I think that's so funny.
Watch your step.
Okay, I'm just gonna kill things that I can see. And we'll worry about the stuff that I fell from later. It'll either snap down or it won't. There's the Slayer.
Watch your step.
So we should try to finish the drill sergeant that we're already with here. Thank goodness for Healer Brand.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
There we go, I avenged you. Oh, if I kill it, I get a little buff? Yeah. I want to kill this one so it doesn't beat me either, and then we'll look into the buff.
Watch your step.
I think it would be so much more fun if I recognized any of these names. I need my friends to come die in here so that I can be like, wait, they killed who? 10 minutes. Spirit of Cooperation. Binds a fallen Delver and their Avenger together, granting both 10% movement speed and reducing damage they take by 5%.
Watch your step.
So that other person, if they're still doing a delve, also gets a little buff because I avenged them? That's funny. that's the cutest thing they've done in years. I'm a big fan of that. Slayer of Flabby. Yeah, Flabby doesn't die though. You have to really try if you want to get Flabby killed. Nordrasil, thank you very much for the 14-month resub. I've been watching your VODs in reverse order, so you've been getting progressively sicker. Happy birthday. Thank you very, very much. Welcome back to the present. We're feeling much better now. We're not, I don't think I'm like fully better, but I've let go of the concept of fully better. I think I'm just gonna take it easy for as long as we need to. I've never had a bug like this in my life, but apparently a lot of people are getting it. Something's going around. Maybe it's the new COVID or maybe it's something else. I don't know. Take care of yourselves out there. I got kidnapped by a video of a honey badger attacking an elephant. My goodness. Whew. Also, I saw over there, I don't know if this is where I was or not, but there was a pack swarm pack over there, and I want to make sure I get all my nemesis packs. There's 2 more. There's 1. There's cute. 2. Move to a new place could be environmental. I think if I had to guess, and all we can do is guess, the main environmental factor is just like 4 weeks straight of chronic stress and bad sleep finally battered my immune system down to the point that it let something real ugly in. I normally don't get super sick or shake things off really fast, and I think that the stress of buying a house and moving into it really shredded me. I was not doing good. Which is normal. It's a stressful thing to do, and it's probably a little extra stressful when you have chronic anxiety, but I think that's probably most of it. I don't think it's like the new, people were saying maybe the new air or something, but I don't think so. If anything, I like the air up here. It's nice. Glad to know I'm not the only one caught a bug recently. But all we can do is guess. Haven't been in any heroic raid. Got about 4 out of 5 heroic gear left to slot, mainly Dells. Full tier set from Vault, Dells, and Catalyst. Nice. I want to go this way. How many places did you look at? Over a dozen. I kind of lost count at a certain point. I think it was less than 30. But it was a lot because we were driving like hours out of the city every time and then hours to get back. And at first we were trying to like batch them together. We would be like, okay, let's wait until we have a couple of promising looking listings and then make appointments to go see like 3 or 4 of them in one trip. And that was great, except that if you liked any of them, they were gone already. The market was hotter than I thought it was going to be. All of the news had led me to believe it was going to be pretty chill, and it was not chill. Places were getting offers and closed on basically almost immediately. What we ended up having to do was start going up the day that something went on a market. Like I had push notifications. We would be constantly watching listings, and then we would find out basically the moment something went up on MLS, talk about it with each other, text the realtor, decide if we were going to go see it, and then go see it either that same day or like the following morning, first thing. That's why I had to cancel so many streams. I did a lot of them on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I definitely had to go see some on weekdays as well, or stream days. So it wasn't like 100 places or anything like that, but it was so much driving because I was looking at places that were like quite a ways out. But it was worth it. We found one. Actually, we found a couple. This was the 3rd place that we put in an offer on, and the 1st place we actually got our offer accepted, but it was a backup offer, and we almost beat them out, but they managed to drop their conditions like the day before we did, and we lost that place, and I was heartbroken. But I like this place quite a bit better. So. Is the antenna trinket following you? Yeah, you get a little buff if that orb makes it to you, but I sometimes run away from it because I'm not paying attention. Thought the market would have calmed down. Yeah. It's going to be very regional. It's going to be very different. I'm shopping on Vancouver Island, Canada. Slightly different than other areas. Little nutty, little spooky. Not the worst market in the world, but it's up there. But it wasn't so great. Like, I was able to have an inspection. That was important to me. If I wasn't, I might have just tried to wait it out until the market had calmed down to the point that I could have inspections. And I'm glad I did, because we had to work with the sellers based on what we found in the inspections. And we would have missed out on that opportunity if we hadn't done them. But it worked out. Made it eventually. It was only, I mean, I guess it was like a half a year of looking. But it felt like eons. Some points, worst market in the world. Was it only half a year? Felt like at least 2. Yeah, because we started looking early spring and we moved at the end of the summer. Not that bad, relatively quick. It felt like so much longer though. It was so stressful. I hated house hunting. I thought it was gonna be fun. It was not fun. It was awful.
Watch your step.
The part before house hunting, where you're just kind of looking at listings online and daydreaming, that part was fun. I did that for years. I would go to what we called house jail, where I would just sit on the couch with my laptop and look at Realtor.ca
Watch your
endlessly.
step.
I did that for actual years before we ever actually got a realtor and started touring places. But once we were actually like driving out to places and looking at them, and I had to make real decisions with like jillions of dollars, it got less fun and more stressful. My high school best friend did just close on his first house. Very excited for it. Congratulations to him. It is exciting.
Interrupt.
My favorite part is this part where I'm like moved in. We did it. We're on the other side of it. I get to wake up in the house. I get to go to sleep in the house. I got cute keys for my doors. We got to spend Gillian's dollars? What a deal! But it is worth it. It's just perfect for us. We're almost done this delve. Had to do this one the old-fashioned way. But I'm pretty sure I got all the Nemesis packs. We got the Flicker Gates, so we completed it. As much as it was gonna get completed anyway. Give me cash back. Nope, that's it. that finishes it. Bada bing, bada boom. I did 4 delves today. I never do that. That's like a record for me. Oh, epic Hatterang, that's fun. More undercoins. Nice. Maybe that's what I want. I want Bran to have fully epic curios before I go in on a double question mark face up. Just in case I want to switch them out and find out some are better than others. Do we get 5,000 of the undercoins? No. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I can just leave.
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close.
This was good. I did pretty much exactly what I wanted to do today. You can never really escape Undermine, can you? I wonder what my vault looks like now. I know I have some vault from Raid. I might be relying on Dells to fill my vault out next week. And even that's only going to be with Hero Track items. 694, 694, and then I would need to do, I'm guessing, more. But we've got good raid slots. I haven't done any keys this week. Oopsies. Oh, sleepy. Ugh, gosh, not sleepy. Let's post up some stuff. Keys, you say? Keys? Yeah, we might end up sitting them out for a few weeks. I don't know if I want to do them with my people. Skip season 2, got back in season 3. It's so much more fun than season 1. I've already like forgotten season 1. It felt like so long ago. Get lots of little bits and pieces from Delves, huh? I don't think people are gonna want those. Get that clam out of here. How is my Koresh rep doing? Been doing keys recently, which is new for me. What do you think? How are they going? What role are you? I've been mainly healing them, which has been really fun for me. Koresh. So there's 2 world quests I didn't do, which I could do for a little bit of rep. Suppose I ought to do that. Is this obtaining permits quest part of Blueberry? I'm gonna wow head it. Or maybe it's just a random side quest line. Felt so weird going back to Undermine to do the Delve, because I never wanted to go back there. I feel like I can't stay out of there. I'm always back there for something or another. Actually had a lot of fun. Been healer or DPS. Didn't do them before because I was intimidated, but with friends it makes it easier. Nice. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite way to do it. Star to jar. I usually end up just vendoring the extra little delvey thingies and the outdoor ones. I've been keeping my Zaibucha, but most other things I just get rid of here.
Many farewells.
They are blue dailies. They're very inconspicuous. Oh, okay. So that's not what I'm on then. I kind of want to start them. I kind of want to go start it. Let's look it up. Blueberry. My Wowhead ads are in French for some reason. When your warband reaches rank 9, you get access to Ba'eth request, starting at Ba'eth and Tazabesh. Let's go take a look at it. Getting into dungeons because they seem easier to see. It's this guy. Alright. What? Missing implants.
You have my attention. These Shadow God dogs will not be done.
I heard this is quite a long quest line. Is that true? Or am I mistaken? Am I mixing it up with Ecodome stuff? I know Ecodome was very long. And I know there's going to be a few days of dailies to do here. I guess we'll see. Oh, there he is. Hi, Blueberry. Pretty long? Okay. Yeah, you can forget about them. But I want the mount. He's cute. He's coming with me. Look, it says it's 4 days. So this is day 1. It didn't even look like a blue question mark yet. Some of the stuff is an awful drop rate. Oh, okay. Okay, so he'll talk to me again tomorrow. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that part was easy. The first part was not so bad. You'll remember for sure. Okay. I need more stuff from... Well, honestly, I need to kill Setharbs, but I can never find him up. I guess I could just camp the guy. I keep checking Group Finder, but I only ever see him up when I'm not out there. Also, there's more cosmetics from quests. I guess 87... was I 87%? No, I'm at half. I was gonna... 87% is what I am for Undermine. Hmm. No. Nothing. Nothing. I may as well do a couple of those. Get a little more rep. Wasn't doing them on purpose because they were there, and then figured out later that I was getting them out. Nice. That's gotta be a good surprise. What's the most surprising part of the house buying process? What was the most surprising part? I guess how many little bits and pieces that there were to do after getting our offer accepted. Like, I thought that getting under contract was going to be the hard part, and that was the hard part. But all of the stuff after that to, like, go through and then drop the conditions and then getting, like, everything to and from the realtor and the lawyer and the bank was, like, so much more fussy than I thought it was going to be. And I'm sure it's because it was my first time and I was confused. But I don't know. I felt like at the beginning of the process, I told everybody involved, the property lawyer and the realtor and my contact at the bank, that I was new to this. I didn't know anything. I was going to need a little bit of hand-holding. I appreciated everybody's help. Please inform me and keep me advised of any steps I need to take because I'm new. And everybody was like, yeah, that's great. That's fine. But then, like, as we got through it, it felt like it was... I kept running into things. It was like, wait, you didn't do this yet? Oh, you definitely should have done that. Or like, how come we haven't received this thing from these people? And so just the getting all the bits to fit together was wildly more stressful than I thought it was going to be. And I had very good people working for me, and everything went smoothly. We didn't run into any like hiccups with like the financing or anything. But it was still like a lot of... I guess it's just because it's like my least favorite kind of thing to do too. It all felt very high pressure and high stakes. But yeah, I guess it was just how many little bits and pieces there were. It's very much not like an add to cart situation. But you get through it, you do it once, and then you got your house. When you pull Setharbs, he has a little necklace that specifically says it will spawn only when Hazel is away. Sure seems like it sometimes. Did I have another world quest over here? I did. It was the pylons one. Let's go to that phase conduit. Trying to think of a nice thing though. I think my favorite part was after we got here and then the movers left and we were finally just like alone in the house, you know, indefinitely, and we're able to just like sit down and eat something after like the moving day. That was nice. I was so tired, but it was so nice to be like, all right, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a sit in my house. I was happy. I don't need any more transmogs from these, so I should probably stop picking them up. Leave them for other people. Also, these pylons are not in phase space. These are in regular space. thing that's kind of nice though is that you get to decide. You know, I'm the homeowner, so I get to decide how much something bothers me and whether or not I want to deal with it right away. And kind of gives me space to pace myself on stuff. Like, our dishwasher is basically useless. It does not clean dishes whatsoever. It's extremely old. So it needs to be replaced. And I'm going to replace it eventually. But I'm pretty happy to, like, just sit on that for as long as I feel like I need to. You know, until I'm feeling comfortable and ready to take the dive and go in on that. And we've just been hand washing dishes because that's what we did for the last 3 or 4 years. And it's not a big deal. And I know for some people that would like bother them a lot more, but I have all kinds of things like that where I'm like, I'm gonna fix that eventually. There's a lot of later Hazel problems floating around. And as long as they're not like leaking or causing fire, then they're fine, you know? Those are kind of the two things. Is it leaking or is it likely to catch fire? And if neither of those two things are true, then it's all right. Get to it eventually. I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I kind of ran out of goals. I did everything I wanted to do. I wanted to do my 4 dells for the day, and I did. And I wanted to, I could get 800 gold for doing that. And then I wanted to do my Koresh dailies, and I wanted to do my Ecodome stuff, and I did that too. If it's not eating bread, then it's good for fixing later. Oh, JPS Lindbergh, thank you for the raid. Welcome, guys.
My directive is to serve you. My directive.
You could do a Scalo run. I could do a Scalo run. It wouldn't make me 843 gold, though. Hey, hello. How you doing? Happy Sunday. I hope your weekend's going well. I'm on for just a few more minutes here. We're going to hang out for about 10 more minutes before we wrap up. This is just about the end of our slot. When was the last time you did a BGQ? Oh, years ago. Years and years and years. Even when I PvP'd, I did not like BGs. I liked Arena. I liked 3v3 and 2v2, and that was it. I didn't want to do BGs at all. Going grand, thanks. Nice. Yeah, go solo Mythic Dimensius. Just have a little, you know, how hard could it be?
Those confounded Nerubians are still lurking around my meadery. Clear them out before they steal my cinder brew.
Never say no to a Gold World quest. As a healer, that makes sense, yeah. Every now and then I would get it into my head to gear up like a BM hunter for like really casual PvP, but even then I didn't spend a ton of time in Battlegrounds. I would just take it into 2v2 and press all my cooldowns and see if anybody died. Doing quests which I don't have completed and all the things. One of them is a Shadow End quest for a Battleground win. I need it done, but it'll take a while. Try healing 50 people running around like maniacs. I used to heal Ashran, which is pretty much exactly 50 people running around like maniacs. That was a long time ago, though. How's WoW treating everyone? It's going pretty good. My collecting's coming along this week. I managed to get... I was really happy I got this grind done. I got my Seasbard quest finished. Pretty pleased with myself, especially because it's a mount that's not quite like any other mounts we have. It's not a lookalike of any mount that I have collected. It is a lookalike of other mounts in the game, but I don't have those, so it's my first one of these thingies. Congrats, thank you. Is it too late to start Mythic Plus? Oh no, not at all. You can find people to do keys with right through the season, but we're not even late into the season yet. I'm gonna have to find the... I think they're in a cave. It's funny, I don't need any more Nerubian chitin or venom or blood or anything. I used to get like a little itch in my brain every time I saw Nerubian of being like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get some Nerubian chitin from this. And it's just now occurring to me, I don't need that anymore. We're done. Forever. Forevermore. Could have sworn it was a little cave. Maybe in here. Funny to get the Dress Farm Mule Mount drop while questing. That must be nice. It is kind of nice. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Oh no, I'm stuck again. Is it in here? No. This is just death. This is just doom. And once these bar, you get to keep just enough grind to form a habit. Yeah. I mean, I decided to leave the quest alone and just kind of idly collect them alongside everything else I was doing for the first year of this expansion or so. And that worked pretty good. We got to 880 passively of the 1500, but then I got the other half of it in like one day, so I probably could have done the whole thing much earlier. Maybe it's not a cave. And I just think it's a cave. Maybe it just spawns up on this hill? That's a fake one. I haven't done this world quest before, but I want it. It's 843 gold. Look it up. In a cave to the southwest of the point on the map. Okay. Cool. Cave entrance. I thought it was a cave. So the quest marker just like straight up lies to you then. I guess maybe it's showing you the location but not where you're going in. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, okay. That's exactly right. It's just down. What's up with mobs and delves having chef's hat or witch's hats? You probably have your brand equipped with a Hatterang curio. It's your brand chucking them on at the NPCs. There we go. Clearly I haven't done this world quest enough if I can't keep track of that. There's a climbing wall on Hallowfall that would give us another 800 gold. I feel like I'm making so much more gold recently just because I'm getting on and doing weeklies and gold world quests. I'm not even doing it on alts. I'm gonna have to pick out an alt and get them geared and do delves and stuff. One of my hunters, maybe. Hello, hello, Esthal. Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing well today. I'll be looking for that for 20 minutes. Thanks. Oh, thank goodness for Wowhead. They had a TomTom command ready for me. I'm going down the Gorway.
Even though the core way is usable again,
Yeah, I'm up to
there is still
68,000
plenty
gold.
of
I've almost recovered
construction work
100k.
and rubble clearing needed.
I spent all my gold on WoW tokens to get Midnight bought. And I did. But now I'm rebuilding my gold. There's a delve I still can't find for 20 minutes in Hellafall and a cave entrance, and the map marker is not right where it is. Yeah. I feel like I kind of know what you mean. I usually just port to the delve entrances now. I almost never go to them the old-fashioned way. What's this NPC? Oh yeah, that's right. I remember it had a ridiculous name. This is like a Nightfall rare or something. How do you port to them? When they're bountiful, you get portals in Tazavesh. There's an area that has an active portal to the bountiful delves of the day. And I'm usually only doing the delves if they're bountiful anyways. So I've just been heading out to Tazavesh and taking the portal there. Alternately, last season there was a toy that we were able to earn on the Delver's Journey that ports you to a random bountiful delve. So before we had Tazavesh, I was using that. Completely off topic. Have you ever tried a Guild Wars 2? Seems like a collector's haven. I tried it for like a hot minute, like a long time ago. I think during its first initial release. And I thought it was fine. Played it for a while. I played like a Mesmer. And then I stopped playing it and I went back to WoW. It's very hard to get me to stick to a non-WoW game. And it's almost impossible if it's an MMO. I like WoW too much. I've never really felt the urge to leave WoW behind and switch to a different game. You know, if I want to collect stuff, I'm never ever gonna run out of things to collect in WoW as long as I try for all my days. How long ago did you create Inksy? I made this character at the end of Mists of Pandaria, at the inception of my guild. And I've mained her on and off ever since, but she didn't used to be named Inksy. She used to be named Hazel, Haezelle. It was like an abomination of a spelling of my name. And I eventually decided I wanted to get rid of all the Hazel names and come up with like cuter, more concise names. So I name changed her.
Our key flame crystals require their retrieval.
It took me a long time to adjust myself to. Single player or co-op games are cool with me, but another MMO can't either. Yeah. It would be different if I wanted to play something other than WoW, but I don't know. My need is served. My itch is scratched. It would be like if someone wanted me to trade out my dog for another dog, and it's like, don't you like dogs? I'm like, well, yeah, I love dogs, but this one's my dog. What do you mean? Where are these radiant clusters? Oh, there they are. Maybe that's a bit of an aggressive example, but you know what I mean. This was like an odd kind of quest for them to keep. Time investment too, time, energy, emotion. Can't just toss it away and move on to something else. Yeah, I don't feel a strong need to. But I know there's other people that really like trying every new thing as it comes out, and there's plenty of people that have been playing WoW. Well, actually, I don't know about anymore. It used to be the case that it felt like some amount of people were just playing WoW because they were waiting for a better MMO to come along, and they liked complaining about WoW, and they were just waiting for something to fix all their problems. But I don't know, I don't get that vibe from people as much anymore, so maybe we realized that we like complaining, or maybe we just stopped complaining, or I don't know, maybe people got let down by enough new MMOs. I don't know anybody that really takes like the next big thing too seriously anymore. I feel like sometimes my friends will play whatever the new one is for like, I don't know, a week, but it's pretty well understood that after a week they're going to be back on WoW. Have you ever thought of working for Blizzard? I would be wildly unqualified, and also it doesn't. I like being a streamer. I think I've got the better gig. This way I get to do none of the hard work of making the stuff and all of the hard work of enjoying it and critiquing it with no stake whatsoever. It's much better. Felt that way with Final Fantasy, couldn't get into it like I was with WoW. I feel like Classic WoW diverted a lot of the players that used to complain about the direction WoW was going in. Oh yeah, maybe that's what happened. That's a good point. Hard to find a new MMO. I've been playing WoW for so long. I think I like WoW just because it's WoW at this stage. Like, it's not that they couldn't ruin it for me. I'm sure they could if they did anything truly heinous, but like, I don't know. So I've got so many years here, it just feels like home. You do the hard work of making the guides. Yeah, it's fun though. It's good. It helps me learn the raid, and don't feel too bad for me. I get ad revenue. It's how I pay my. Well, I was gonna say my rent, but I guess it's not my rent anymore. It's how I used to pay my rent. Now it's gonna be how I pay my mortgage. Take breaks every once in a while, but I like WoW the most. I will say Shadowlands was tough to get through. I probably had the hardest time getting through Legion, but that was just because I didn't really like the campaign questing, and I couldn't get my legendaries to drop. And I didn't really like all the profession quests. And the raids were alright, but I wasn't really in the Mythic Plus dungeon groups yet. I was still a DPS main in Legion. And I wanted to be healing, but I wasn't healing. So that was kind of working against me too. The Hearthstone pet's pretty bad. Yeah. I think they'd have to upset me a lot more to get me to quit.
There are too many injured on the field. Bring them the warmth of the
Why am I doing this? I think I just tripped on it. I think I came out here to do the Gold World quest, and I think I got terribly distracted. I think it's time for me to go, actually. I think I'm done for today. BFA was the best since that was the X-Pack I started healing. Me too! That was my experience too. I switched to healing main in BFA, and I had... No, hang on. I switched to a healing main in Shadowlands. I'm so sorry. I had the same experience, but in Shadowlands. That's what happened for me. But yeah, as soon as I swapped to healing, I started having an amazing time. Me, WoWs, I'm used to it. It's a chill place. Cannot get into other MMOs. Maybe the Riot one will be different. That could be it. Well, I am finished for today, but I'll be back next week. Planning to be back here on Wednesday at the normal time, 9 a.m. Pacific. I want to thank you guys very, very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend and a wonderful, wonderful day.